What's going on, everybody? Welcome,
Uh,
welcome.
Welcome. Happy Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Oh my goodness, it was kind of a happy Monday too. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad.
Hey,
Um,
Shane, welcome.
hey, what's up, Bagoon? What's going on?
Lagoon.
So happy late Father's Day to you and all the other dads in chat for sure.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, hope it was fun. It was a good time.
Yep. How was yours? How was your
No
Father's Day?
complaints. It's my Father's Day tradition consists of most of the time relaxing around the house and playing video games with the kids, and so it's pretty awesome.
That sounds like a perfect plan.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I want to do every year. So it's funny that the missus hits me with boring. So yeah, but I love it. Like every year we in fact you'll be proud to hear we played a ton of Breath of the Wild. I'm just about caught up on the Switch to where I was on the Wii U. So I'm getting there.
Very nice.
Yeah, we did. We played for like 8 hours because my daughter wanted to play her guy, and it's like apparently we need like multiple Switches or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true because the profiles are set up.
Right. So
Right.
yeah, it was so we had to kind of take turns. We had to pass it back and forth, So it was good though.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
See
Yeah,
here.
mine was a pretty leisure one as well.
Nice.
Just spend some time at home with the family.
Excellent.
Yep. Nothing fancy. It was really, didn't even go anywhere. like you said, just stay in and enjoy the family.
Right. That's where it's at. I love it.
Yep. And thanks for the resub, RD3. Welcome.
Yeah. I absolutely. I don't like to. Everybody seems to go out, so everywhere's crowded everywhere, and it's just not my thing. So I love it.
It's kind of my fear.
It's so good.
Yeah, that was kind of my fear, is the whole idea of, go out to dinner. It's like, you try to go out to dinner, you're gonna have a 2-hour wait.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that,
Mm-hmm.
But
especially because this is a post-COVID world right now, so all restaurants are lower capacity too.
Everybody's slammed right now. It's crazy. It's completely insane. I don't know. I just and it's funny because like I don't know. It could be a typical day. Hey, welcome back, Pickles. That was the fastest shower known to man. That was impressive. We it's like I don't know. I could come home on a Tuesday and just hang out and play games with the kids, but it's like it's nice to not even have that guilt, because it's you burn a day like doing nothing, and you always, especially a Sunday's the worst, because then you about that 5-6 o'clock rolls around and you start thinking, I probably should have got some stuff done today. I'm going to work tomorrow. The week's going to be full. But no, Father's Day is no guilt. I'm like, no, 100%. We played video games all day and it was awesome. It was epic.
That's awesome.
Solid. Yeah, it was good. But I think yeah, right. Jeez, that's crazy. I'm telling you, we've been playing a ton of Breath of the Wild, like trying to get caught up and stuff. My daughter, kind of her Wii U was even further along than mine was, and then it's like, dude, I absolutely love just hanging out and playing. Yep, I did absolutely nothing all day, and it was everything I thought it could be. It was so good. It was so good, Shane. So good. Great movie too. Absolutely great movie. So, what about pickups? I've picked up nothing. I picked up a few VR games that I still haven't set up my VR headset on my PC yet because I'm a slacker. Bagoon will give me a hard time in like 3, 2, 1. But I did get that Super Hot game on the Quest. Man, that game, I have never. Yep, totally fired. I know. I have never had a game that has pulled me in like that. And it was funny. The first time I played it was actually at Bagoom's house. And man, I'd say about, like, at first you get in, you kind of get to feel your sort of elements. And then, dude, by like 5 minutes later, I'm running into furniture. I'm smashing into things. It's nuts. It's crazy. Like it's completely insane. So I love that. That's super high. That's fun. Pickles. So actually, yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, your dad did. Yeah, I got my father-in-law in there trying it too, and he did the same thing. Ran into a wall. It's like
Super Hot's one of those games too that makes a very solid argument that realistic graphics are not necessary.
Nope, you're right in the middle. They're right in the middle of it. Yeah, it's crazy. You just feel like it. So
white background characters, and it looks like 1980s VR.
Right. It's like it's crazy. And I love the intro to it too. It's like you pull the headset down, like it's pretty awesome. But yeah, so Pickles, Unbreakable Pixel and I started, this is episode 7. So where we're at now is every other Monday, we get together, we talk about pop culture, video game news, just kind of anything that's sort of in the realm of stuff we're into, stuff we enjoy, and stuff we don't enjoy sometimes too. So it's kind of what we've been doing now. Gosh, it's been a while. We were doing it weekly and we moved it to bi-weekly, and we moved it to Mondays. So tonight's episode is going to be pretty awesome. I know. Tell me about it, Shane. It's crazy. That's what I said when I looked. I was like, wow, episode 7. That's awesome.
Time flies.
Yeah, no kidding. It's excellent. Tonight's going to be the E3 episode because we both kind of watched E3 and got kind of, actually we did. And Vanilla Ice too. Vanilla Ice is going to be on. It's going to be great. It's going to be so amazing. So absolutely, Pickles. We now Pixel has done a much better job than I have. Grim Reaper, how's it going? Pixel's done a much better job than I have at posting it to other places. If you go to Pixel's YouTube page, he's got all the previous videos posted. I, on the other hand, have been a slacker, as I am in most things in life. And so now that we have a few episodes, we're going to list it on a podcast site. And I think we haven't figured it out yet, but it's going to be out there. So hopefully soon.
I gotta say, as far as the slacking, though, I'm guilty of. There was only one day left to post last episode, and I posted it this afternoon.
Hey, all right, dude, that's awesome. Oh, there you go. Procrastination is the it's good. It's good. Chago, what's up? Yeah, always slacking, man. Always slacking. But yeah, no, as far as stuff new, that's really the only thing. What about you? You get anything new? Pick up anything?
Well, nothing arrived yet. I did place a couple orders for things. Nothing retro. I ended up getting those. I don't know if you've seen them before for the Switch. The Hori makes them. Basically it looks like a Pro controller cut in half.
Oh wow!
And it goes on where the Joy-Cons do on the Switch.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mode. It gives you actually full-size controls and a D-pad.
Nice.
Since because of obviously E3 announcement later, something was not. So
you're right. Since
I'm
Nintendo,
like, it's time to buy the accessory that I need.
Right.
So
right.
So I picked
go for
that, and then put in my pre-order for my Zelda Game & Watch.
Nice.
As well as took advantage of Best Buy's sale on the Mario Game & Watch because I did not pick that one up yet.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's awesome.
So a couple little accessories like that.
Yeah.
Nothing big.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Hot Rod, what's up? Welcome in. Grim Reaper, we're using Discord at the moment. We're using Pixel's Discord, and we set that up and then built a scene and rock and roll. So if you go check out Pixel's scene, what we wanted to do is make sure that we could each kind of put our own flair on the vodcast, but then have the same elements basically. So Pixel has his setup too. On his, it looks slightly different from mine, but the same kind of meat and potatoes, so it's good. It's good.
Same content, just differently.
All right, absolutely. So yeah, 5 months, not bad, Pickles. That's awesome. I like it. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, who did you say made that? Was it Hori that made the controllers for the Switch?
Yes,
nice.
Hori.
Nice. I've been talking lately, and it's gonna sound kind of silly, 9 months. Look at you guys. You guys are great. Okay, so I've been talking like, all right, so I play a lot of shooter games, but I'm a controller guy. Like I'm never gonna be a keyboard mouse guy. However, when we were playing, gosh, what game were we playing? I forget what we were playing. It was something we were playing. I forget what it was. I was actually holding the controller in one hand. Was it PUBG? I was holding the controller in one hand and then using my mouse to get sniper shots off. Right? So if I could get like half a controller with an analog stick, like basically like a nunchuck almost.
Yeah, you need to be able to pair a Joy-Con to the computer.
Right. Could that be awesome? Yeah, it might have been Outriders. I think it was Outriders. So if I could get, and then you could give me the Joy-Con buttons, or something like the Quest controller. So I've got multiple buttons here. I've got an analog thumbstick.
Oh yeah.
And then do they? Because I'm like, man, I could get used to something like that. That could be kind of cool for some games. I'll be honest with you. Some games I'm probably.
We were talking about split between half keyboard mouse. Well, I guess technically it's just mouse and controller.
Right.
Of a
right.
combo. So that's a whole new hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not keyboard mouse, not controller, but controller mouse.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, post that link, Drac. I'll check it out. Because I think that would be a nice hybrid combo. I use an orb weaver. But I don't do oh yeah, okay. So I've got an orb weaver that's kind of like that. And yeah, I mapped the hat button, the analog stick, to my WASD. I think what I'm thinking though is more along the lines of like a controller. Like honestly, to be honest, this Quest controller is pretty much perfect. And you could even get like one more button. That'd be kind of cool. That would be pretty sweet, but I don't know. Maybe someday. Yeah, I know. I seen it. I knew you saw it too. That's it. Yeah, I won't tell you how much my orb weaver was back in the day, but
But he uses mouse and joystick combo on first-person shooters like Team Fortress too. Nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of basically that half controller. I like how I'm getting that, and it's going to be split in half already. If they had just a USB input on them, that would be exactly what I need.
Yeah, right.
Just the left half.
Sure. Yeah, no kidding.
You're right, because I've used the ones that are you hold it like a mouse.
Yeah,
and you have like a thumbstick.
The thumbstick kind of. Yeah.
To hold it upright, I think would be
right, because the having the thumbstick off tilted to the side, it's weird to push your thumb forward to move forward. Whereas if you're like this motion's much more traditional or comfortable. And so like, man, if I had that and I could just sit there and we got to market this. I'm sure somebody from Hori's in chat, so have your people contact the missus and get with Pixels people. We're gonna put something on paper, and yeah, absolutely, we'll get it together. But yeah, so topic of the week. Yeah, that's what I did with that is what I did with my orb weaver, is I did do WASD on the thumbstick. It's a weird angle, I guess. That's that I want to be able to turn my wrist, I suppose. But yeah. But so this week, basically our whole show is going to be E3 coverage, going over kind of what we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like, what we're excited about, what we're not excited about. Very opinionated. So I'm excited. I'm pretty stoked to get into it. Overall, what do you think? From everything you saw, what's your takeaway on E3 this year?
I gotta say, overall, while I was watching it, each presentation I was kind of left wanting more. But now that it's over and I've had, days to reflect on it and read a little bit more, and then when I was compiling this information for today's show, I'm like, wow, there actually was a lot. Like, they really did deliver a lot of content for this.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing missing was Sony.
Yeah.
Which, it's kind of disappointing that they didn't plan a state of play for this week. But
yeah.
I mean, because if they would have come to the table and announced, some stuff too, it would have actually felt like a pretty well-rounded and full show, in my opinion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, couldn't see what was shown. So good news is, Shane, that's what we're here for. We're gonna break it all down. Ferg, what's going on? Welcome in. So I this is gonna hurt some people. I don't think E3 should happen until we can get people back in it.
So there's there's kind of an unpopular opinion,
right? So the presentations were great, and the video. I feel like E3 is bigger when they have to produce for a live audience, for a live crowd, right? I feel like we get this nice, clean cut, edited, awesome video, scripted. It's a great YouTube video to watch. But it's lackluster compared to the hype of seeing something live going down. You know what I mean? It's like it's different. It's different.
Right.
But
I'm of the feeling to where, I mean, and I feel bad for some of the people who had to go on camera to present, because most of the shows had a mock stage set up, so as if they were in front of people, and you have no feedback coming back, so you don't get applause, nothing.
You don't see any faces.
It had to be very awkward for them to do this presentations.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm of the mindset of either it goes back to being an all-out convention with everyone involved and public available to come in, or everybody needs to go to the route of Nintendo and just do directs.
Right.
Or their version of a direct.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. And no, absolutely, Ferg. Man, I remember wanting to come home from school and being like, oh my God, Jonathan, thanks for those bits, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I remember coming home from school and like flipping on G4 and just as soon as and just like trying to catch what I did, because like, my mom wasn't gonna tape it for me or anything like that. But it's like it was so exciting. It was so and then even getting older, when I could, when I could be into it, it was it felt so much better. And I don't know. So I was a little down on this year's E3. I'll say that up front. I've gone back and looked at things. There are some things I'm super excited about, but overall, I felt like there's a lot of things. There's too many things that was in E3 this year that could have been E3 next year, right? Too many things that are coming out holiday 2022, November 2022. Right. And it's like, why give me a little taste now when you could have really just next year? And I get it. I get the hype, and some of the some of the demos were better than others. Some of them were just, obvious cut. They weren't they weren't gameplay and things like that, but some of them were. So I'm ready for the world to get back to just that. I want live in person. I want to go to E3. I want to, and even when I couldn't go to E3, it was a different show. It was a different show put on when, they couldn't, they had to do it in front of people, I think. And I think it was a better show too. So,
I agree.
I'll tell you this. I think if it was live, I don't know that Sony sits out too, I think
they would.
I think they'd be more into it for sure. So yeah, it's tough for me, but there are some things I'm very excited about, which we'll get into. And then we'll save it for the end. But I do think that there was a clear-cut winner of E3 this year. I think there was one that stood out ahead of everybody else, and I'm curious if we have the same opinion. And we'll talk about that at the end. We'll see we'll see what it says, and we'll see what chat says too. See what they're into.
Yeah, that whole announcing things way too far in advance. It's kind of funny that things that were announced at last year's E3 for a future time, they didn't even acknowledge them this time,
right?
And they're still not out yet.
And they're still not out. I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
New Elder Scrolls,
right?
Nothing
right.
more about it. New God of War, nothing more about it.
Yep.
They're just like, oh, yeah, we didn't mention that.
Right.
Pretend you didn't hear it last year.
Sure. It's like, yeah, they'll forget. It's short-term memory, you know. It's silly consumers and their needs.
I agree. You're right. Just a Game Nerd is COVID probably had something to do with it, but they've done this stuff in the past too,
right?
On regular years to where they announce something. I almost feel. Well, Cyberpunk's a good example. Cyberpunk was announced multiple years ago.
Yep.
And sadly, they also didn't deliver what. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
They didn't deliver what was originally promised.
Yeah.
But didn't hear anything more. I actually don't know anything about what the status is beyond Good and Evil 2.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
That one was super hyped last year.
Yep. That's true. And it's just been radio silence. Hey, Jack, we're not down talking the game. We're just stating facts, legal facts that was presented in court. So, you know.
I played through it. I played through Cyberpunk. I don't hate on Cyberpunk. It's just the way things played out. Yeah, they didn't deliver what they said. And I'll say the same about the game I actually enjoyed when it came out, No Man's Sky.
Right.
They did the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they they're getting sued, aren't they? The studio, what's the name of the studio? Red.
CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, I think they're getting sued for not delivering. Ragnarok, I don't think so. No, they did talk about because that's in Elder Scrolls, right? I thought they talked about the updates coming, but they've I don't know. They sort of breezed over it a little bit for me, but that's not a game I play, so no new Barbie horse adventure games. My daughter is very disappointed, and I assume Ferg's a little disappointed. I still stand behind Barbie on the NES is one of the hardest games you'll ever play. So you should try it out.
I'm not going to reach that point.
right. It's crazy. It's madness.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ubisoft. How do you say it?
To be honest, during the presentation, I heard the hosts pronounce it both ways.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I was kind of hoping for the same thing, but the Ubisoft people themselves have said it both ways. So I'm like, I don't know what to say.
I have always said like Ubisoft.
Yeah, I've always said Ubisoft.
And then I hear some people say Ubisoft, and I'm like, maybe I've said it wrong this whole time. Like, oh my goodness, you know. But hey, you know, it's those Assassin's Creed people. That's about where I'm at.
Yeah, it was exactly. It's the Assassin's Creed Rayman people.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Ubisoft, sucker. Yeah, that's right. Ubisoft. Man, Ubisoft, man. That's it.
I just realized, I was looking at this list. I skipped one. One developer. I'll pull her up as we go through.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. Excellent. We'll hit them right after this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Let me do a little pull up.
Okay. So some of the titles. Avatar. New Avatar. Yeah, that was so opinionated, Tyler. That's right. Avatar. So okay. Here, help me out, because I'm gonna have this question on a few things. Are they making another Avatar movie, or not? I don't know. I mean, are we getting one?
Again, something that's been talked about for a long time.
Right.
We're supposed to. we're supposed to get 2 or even 3, I think.
Dude,
And
I don't know.
Yeah, the 2020 I know messed a lot of stuff up, but that movie isn't real life, most of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you have to have many actors on location for CG work.
Right. Yeah, I don't
Be a harsh critic about it.
I don't know, like, so because if we're not getting a movie, like, do we need a game? I don't know. I feel like there's a generation of people out there that think Travis Barker is just now becoming popular, right? Like they're like, who's Blink-182, right? Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. How's that generation gonna react to an Avatar game? I don't know, you know? Right? Mm-hmm. Let me know if that cleans up a little bit, Ferg. I tried resetting my little audio shenanigans here. But yeah, so I don't know. It'll probably look good. I probably won't play it, but if they can time a game release with a new movie release, I mean, I could hype behind that. You know, I guess I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it is weird, like, because you figure Disney just not too long ago opened up their Avatar adventure, like, part of the park,
right?
Before, shortly before Star Wars. Yep. It's like, I think these movies were supposed to have been coming out a lot sooner than when we're going to get them, because of all these pieces that are supposed to look like they coincide with it.
Right. And I think that so I thought the same thing when we went to Disney. I was kind of like, you know, this is really cool and all, but like, is it relevant? Mm-hmm. Like, is it? I don't know. But yeah, Jackie, you're not wrong. I could see, you know, months before a movie. So Avatar was that was a 2022 game for sure, right? I think that was a 2021.
Going back.
Okay, so 2023 and a half, we could see a new Avatar movie. So I'm excited. I'm stoked.
Right.
Like it could happen. So here's a title that is kind of popular, and I've never played any of the Mario and Rabbids. I've never played any of the games. They look amazing. They look like a lot of fun. In fact, I think I own the Switch one, and I've never played it. Like, I don't know.
And I gotta say, it's one of those games that on the surface, you just think Mario and Rabbids. Oh, you know, that's that, you know, the more kids aimed cartoon, you know, the Rabbids and such.
Right.
The game is, I wouldn't say aimed at young kids, because it is literally a reskin of XCOM.
Right.
The way it plays.
Right.
It is a strategy.
Wow.
What technically would even is XCOM called?
Mario
strategy.
XCOM. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Wow. It's good. It was a really good game.
No kidding.
And I still have not finished it.
Wow.
And I bought it back. Gosh, I bought it back when it was new. So I paid way more than it is right now. It's actually one of the few games you can actually buy right now that has Mario in it that is $20 or less.
That's awesome. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Since it's not on Nintendo's actual it's technically Mario's loan to Ubisoft.
Nice.
You know, from Nintendo.
Nice.
So Ubisoft puts games on sale.
All right. Wow. That's awesome. I think I actually did. I think I got it with a GameStop sale. It was like, yeah, sure, it's a Mario game, so I figured, yeah, why not, right? Throw it in there. Humor's pretty good, huh, Rod? Okay. Maybe I have to check it out. Maybe it's
if you have played XCOM or, you know, seen it and are interested in that play style, it's definitely worth playing.
Wow.
I would go so far as to say it's actually, in my opinion, better, because I'm not a super XCOM fan.
Yeah.
But it's better to me because it's not as deep as XCOM is.
Oh, nice.
You know, you get your typical, you know, weapons and items per different character perks and stuff, but it feels like it's easier to step into.
Wow, that's awesome.
Kind of like a kid's, it's my first XCOM game.
Nice.
Kind of a situation.
Nice. So after
Good place to start.
after I beat Breath of the Wild, then I'll fire that one out. That'll be next.
Oh yeah,
it's down the road a little bit, but yeah. That's awesome. That's pretty good.
Definitely check it out. But yeah, so yeah, they announced the sequel, and it's kind of interesting in the trailers. It looks like your characters are going to have it. The previous one, it was all like single like weapons that they had, like rifles and whatnot.
Nice.
But they have in the new one, it looks like you're going to have some sort of dual wield purpose to where your characters can actually interact even when it's not your turn to move. So there's going to be some extra rule bending that they're going to do a little bit, which would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Little sidebars or something. Takes up most of your Xbox memory. That's awesome.
Yeah, so in the trailer you got Mario dual wielding like space pistols.
Nice.
Which is an image I've never thought I'd see.
That's awesome. That's excellent.
Dual wielding pistols.
Wow, that's excellent. That's excellent.
But yeah, so that's
Mario.
on its way.
Akimbo Mario. I'm ready. That's awesome. So I feel like every time I see something about Far Cry, all I see is the guy from Breaking Bad. Like seriously, that's all I see is the guy from Breaking Bad, and it's like I don't know, man. It's like they're pushing him pretty hard. So I didn't play any. I've never played any of the Far Cry games. I know nothing about the Far Cry games. Never got into them.
I have dabbled with Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
And that's it. I haven't gotten into and not for lack of interest. It's just the too many games, too little time situation.
Exactly.
That's more of a problem.
Exactly.
And I gotta say, it's interesting that since Far Cry 6 was already previously announced, right now the big thing is Far Cry 6 DLC.
Right. Yeah.
So with this time around, like they're already, setting up for what the season pass is going to be. And interestingly enough, they're bringing the villains back from the past games and making them playable characters.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
And it's my understanding they're supposed to have short campaigns per character.
Wow.
So they have their own scenarios that you have to actually play through.
Oh, cool. It'd be like Resident Evil. I wonder if you get to jump across boats and stuff. That'd be neat.
That's true.
Hey,
you never.
I mean, I will say though that seeing an actor that I can recognize with, especially like a villain, yeah, that went really well, right, Ferg? Seeing a villain that I know as a villain from other things, that does intrigue me to want to play the game. Like he's an awesome actor. I can't think of his name. Bad.
Oh my gosh,
Gilmo, or he's with a G S Edgar. No, that was his name in the show. Well, anyways, so
he was Gus Fring on the show.
Yeah, Gus Fring. Yep. Yeah, Moff Gideon. Yeah, for sure. He plays a great villain.
What the heck is his name?
Man,
I feel terrible.
I know.
I'm terrible at remembering names.
I could tell you what movie they were in, who with, and why, and blah 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 blah. But yeah, Esposito, Giancarlo Esposito. Giancarlo. I knew it was a G, but it didn't. Yeah, there you go. I knew it was a G, but it didn't sound like a G. So, oh man, which cosplay, man, Interkiller. I am a dude that likes video games, and I believe Pixel's playing the same thing. So,
yep.
But so seeing an actor like that does, I don't know, bring the villainy back in. It kind of intrigues me. I'm far more likely to check that out than something else. So all the stuff he's doing is good. This is good.
He is a great villain. In everything he's in, like he just plays that part so well.
Right. That's funny. He was in Once Upon a Time too. Wow, I wouldn't have known that one. So that's good. Oh, let's see what else we got. Werewolves Within movie trailer. I know absolutely nothing about this. Take it, Pixel. I'm excited to hear about it too.
I don't know much about it except for that that was an Ubisoft game, and the fact that they managed to spin off a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on streaming services, but still.
Yeah, I had heard of the game. I had heard of the game, and I had a buddy that played it, but I never did. I never did.
I played it myself.
Yeah.
It's more of I just didn't want to leave anything off the.
I like it. I like it.
Stuff I recognized. I wanted to make sure I give it its mention.
I was waiting for someone to pop up in chat, be like, "You have to play this game. It's the greatest game ever created." But I hadn't seen that yet, so we'll roll on. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, I was in love with the Assassin's Creed games, 100% in love with them, right up until a major development ended the storyline of one of the characters, possibly a main character. I don't want to give away spoilers, but I'll be honest with you, you're either into Assassin's Creed or you're not, so you know or you don't. But the storyline got way too out of whack about the time of I would say like the American Revolution one was kind of, it got a little weird for me. Black Flag wasn't bad, but I don't know. I was a little disappointed. in the
Yeah, they started straying from the original formula.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's awesome, Hot Rod. Yeah, we got Army Mike, another streamer buddy of ours. He's been playing too a little bit also, and that brings back good memories because I loved the first one. I love the second one, the storyline, that game where it sort of like intertwines fiction and nonfiction, historical, and it's fun. It was a fun game, but I have not touched an Assassin's Creed game since the Revolutionary War one. I forget the name of that one. That was the last one I touched, and so I Siege of Paris does look kind of cool. The Vikings aspect is pretty neat. So I've seen some gameplay of it. Yeah, that was 3. So yeah, it's been a while. Been a while since I played one, but
I've played the most recent one that I've actually put any time into was Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh yeah, right.
The one that's set in Egypt.
Yeah. I totally missed that one too.
What I've played of that, I've enjoyed, and I heard Odyssey was great as well.
Oh sure. Yeah, gosh, I've missed a bunch of them because I didn't play Black Flag. I didn't play either of those. So way behind on my Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Odyssey is the one that's in Greek,
right?
Not mythology, but in over there Mediterranean.
Right. Yeah, I never I don't know. They lost me when there was a turn of events, and then it kind of got different for me. But DLC's coming out either way. Black Flag, I've heard Black Flag was really good. I almost went back and played Black Flag because I have heard it was really cool. That different ship dynamic was a lot of fun. So yeah, Rocksmith subscription service. So the only person I know that plays Rocksmith is Sab. I've seen him play Rocksmith a lot on stream, and we love some Guitar Hero. I mean, we've played Guitar Hero like crazy, and then we've played Rock Band and all that too. So I picked up a Guitar Hero for Xbox. And yeah, that's right. Yeah, the missus shows me what's what on some Guitar Hero. But I think the only song I've ever gotten perfect is My Name is Jonas. And she'll tell you it took me about 4 billion times of playing the song. So every time it comes on now, my fingers just instantly go into, it's crazy. It's nuts. But yeah, Dear Mother of God. Yeah, it was rough. Yeah, it was rough. I know. But I was determined to get it perfect. So Rocksmith, though, right? You use an actual guitar, right? Like your guitar. Yeah.
Yep.
And it actually teaches you chords and breaks down how to do it. Oh yeah, the Joker too. That was a good one. So I've never tried that. I tried to take guitar lessons as a kid. Not musically inclined at all. So it's probably good. But
yeah, watching some of the footage of, because this is from what I understand from everything I've read and seen about it, is it's Rocksmith Plus, so
Right.
it's a new base game
Nice.
now
Nice.
that has the subscription service attached to it.
Oh, excellent.
And I imagine it's based, off of the same engine as the original.
Sure.
But
Sure.
looking at some of these songs, watching the way, the music comes down and stuff, I'm like, it looks way too complex for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to start really simple on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Sav's probably the only person I've seen play it, and it looks way too common. If you're not like, I feel like you could play Guitar Hero and just like video games and rhythm games and be fine.
You got 5 buttons.
This Rocksmith is like, man, no, you're learning to play guitar. Like, it's straight up, and so it's kind of caramba, man, it's tough. It definitely too tough for me. But I mean, like I said, so we in the house we play Rock Band and stuff. We crack it out every now and again. Usually on the Wii, because I think the Wii had a really good library of Guitar Hero and Rock Bands. It's kind of a bummer though, because the Guitar Hero on the new systems don't have all the songs are gone. You can't get them. I've heard Rock Band on like the on Xbox and PlayStation 4. It's still pretty good. You can still get a lot of the songs and stuff, but it's also through the roof in price. So it's crazy.
Rock Band, because I still have I have Rock Band 4 for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
The online store every week still releases new songs.
See, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I have not bought songs in like I bought a couple here or there.
Sure.
Just when something like I'm like, oh, I've got to have this song.
Right.
But you can create like a wish list.
Right.
And I probably have 150 songs in my wish list.
Oh wow.
I just can't bring but it's $2 a song.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
It's a hard buy-in.
Sure.
To want to do it, because then you're like, well, if I buy this song, I'll buy these songs too, and then next thing you know, here's $50.
Yeah. You're in it to win it at that point. That's crazy.
And there's a funny aside too, is the fact that I probably have over 1,200 songs on my Rock Band for the Xbox, because it went from the 360 with Rock Band 3 in the store into Rock Band 4. And back in Rock Band days, when it was in its prime time and super popular, when I had my DJ business, there were 2 different places I DJ'd at. We actually used to have Rock Band night.
Oh, that's awesome. That's excellent.
We used to set it up. It would be pumped through the DJ system and a couple different TVs like karaoke would be.
Nice.
And a big projector behind us.
That's awesome.
So it would be like a karaoke night, except for video games. And then you'd have, whoever's singing. So it's like karaoke for them.
Sure.
But
wow.
Yeah. So because of that, that's how I've ended up with over 1,000 songs in my library. Because it's like,
that's really cool.
You pretty much just, if it's a popular song, you buy it.
Sure.
But since that went away, the wish list has grown, but I haven't actually done much in purchasing.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Which I'll tell you, you should look at the prices of Rock Band for Xbox and PlayStation 4. They're through the roof. Yeah, it's insane. Okay. You cannot find them. Local game stores down here, as soon as they get them in, they're already sold. Yeah, Ferg, I always thought that way too. It was like, if you want to learn how to play guitar, it's probably a really cool way to learn how to play guitar. But I don't see it as being just a fun game like Guitar Hero or I would do when I was doing My Name is Jonas, right? Oh, I'd sling the axe around, and have a sling around. Went crazy with it, get down and I put on a show, man. It was awesome. But yeah, I don't see me getting into it like I would. Like I would that. I could see it. Shane, thanks for those bits, man. I appreciate you.
It's not that crazy pick up and play, and then put 20 minutes in, and then you're done.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the bit, Shane.
But be a very cool way to learn to play guitar, though. So I give it that.
Absolutely. So with this new version and the subscription service, they've actually put a huge library out on there, and they said they're going to constantly update and add to.
Nice.
You pay for this, and it's going to be, you pay for the service. Sure. You have access to the entire library.
That's cool.
It's not going to be you buy this section or you buy these songs.
Right.
I don't even think that in the new version you can buy songs. I think you have to subscribe.
Oh, okay.
So, to me, that's kind of that's great, because you're like, here's everything.
Yeah.
Here's Netflix. Here's all these movies to watch.
Right.
But once you stop paying, you don't have any of them.
Yeah. Then they're gone. Yeah. Tyler, it's Rocksmith we're talking about. Rocksmith Plus coming out.
Yeah. So with Rocksmith and the subscription service, I mean, that's great, because while that's supported, I think it's going to be amazing for everybody who wants to play it, because you're going to have access to so much music.
Yeah.
Plus, they're getting out of, they're kind of doing like what Rock Band did. Even though those games, aside from just being around music, aren't like, we were just saying, aren't really even related. But
right.
They're doing like Rock Band did, as to where in the latest versions of Rock Band, towards the end, they started adding other genres.
Right.
And
right.
Smith said that it's now going to be more than just rock.
Wow.
So cover pop songs, even hip hop songs, electronic music.
Sure.
And apparently, I don't know if it's going to work like how effects pedals for a guitar would work, for you to play those different instruments in the songs. I'm not. It's kind of what it appeared as.
Wow.
So kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, they're definitely stepping outside the box with that one.
Sure. Yeah, I do feel like everything's going subscription wise. I'll tell you another kind of rhythm, Beat Saber on VR. Man, they really nickel and dime you over the song packs, and it's really it's tough, man, because like the kids want to this and that. Man, before you turn around, you're buying the game 3 times over just to buy different song packs. It's like, man, it's rough, man. So I could get behind a subscription, because you're gonna get to the point where the game fades. You're gonna want to, and a subscription service, you hope too, that gives them the capital they need to reinvest in the title, and possibly move ahead in the future with it. So licensing and things the way they are, I know it's tough to get that all squared away. But some Bach or Beethoven rock, man. Yeah, I'm good for that. The operatic section. That's cool, man. Yeah. I'm loving VR. That if you can get super hot on that, dude, get super hot. It's so good. So good.
And you figure too, with the stuff that's subscription based, I mean, I guess that's a whole nother conversation of pros and cons to it.
Sure.
Because at the time gives you access to so much more up front.
Right.
But like how you were saying, you like to fire up Rock Band once in a while on the Wii.
Yep.
If it was subscription based, by now it wouldn't be possible.
Nope.
The one you have would no longer work.
It's either dead, or I gotta go pay for another month, right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. If it's an option.
Yeah.
Options there.
Right. Right.
Thanks for the bits, E3. I appreciate that.
But yeah, we so along with the rhythm games, another game that I've never even tried myself at, Just Dance. So none of the DDRs. Actually, I might have done DDR a handful of times with the kids in the arcade. Never my thing, though. 100% never my thing. You'll find me over at the aliens machine, shooting aliens. Not a dance person. What about you?
I have played it with the family on Xbox One back with the Kinect, because unlike on like the Switch and the Wii and stuff like that, those where you just wave a controller around. Basically, if you knew how to position the controller for the different moves, you could probably sit on the couch and do it.
Oh wow, nice.
But on the Xbox with the Kinect, it did to where it actually outlined and had your silhouette, so it knew whether you moved the right way.
Oh wow!
So I have to say I've played those with the family, the Just Dance, and then on the Kinect it was Dance Central.
Yeah,
was the Xbox like exclusive.
Right.
They were fun. My daughters used to be big into Just Dance.
Sure. I'll bet it was a workout too, man. Man.
Yeah, you didn't do especially the Kinect ones, because you couldn't cheat. Like,
right.
You couldn't be like, oh, half step and just wave your arm there.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
If your move was supposed to be like jump 3 steps back and forth, you have to jump 3 steps back and forth.
Nice.
It was crazy.
Wow. So, yeah.
Those were very short play times.
Yeah, I'll bet. You've officially talked me out of Just Dance 2022. So nice job, Pixel. That's good.
well, hey, but it's on the Switch.
Right.
You don't have to do Connect. So
nice.
Less move.
I like it. I like music games though. Since Power Rapper the Rapper, man, I've loved the rhythm. You know, it's I like them.
Oh yeah,
they're fun.
Absolutely.
Fun games.
And which they're just doing, instead of, I don't even think they do mess around with much in the way of DLC anymore, like in the previous years and like in the 360s and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty much now just an annual game. Is how they're doing it.
Right.
So it's just the new music track list.
Yeah, and that's cool. Popular music of the year. You know.
Yep. For better or for worse, it's the new. It's Madden.
Right. That's awesome.
It's the 2022 version.
That's excellent.
But
look, Tyler's getting fancy over here. Yeah. Tyler's getting fancy. I like it. It's good. Let's see. Rainbow Six Extraction. So here's a game series I have not played since the last Rainbow Six game I played was PlayStation 2. But all of the new Tom Clancy, the Rainbow Six games, man, they've looked pretty good. I am not a fan of stealth. I cannot stand stealth. I get frustrated with it, and it becomes more of a principle of the matter. Like, oh, I got to beat this game, not I'm enjoying this game, you know? So I not a stealth guy. So I don't know if that would be on my list or not. But I don't know.
I've never been a big Rainbow Six person.
Yeah. It's kind of
Stealth and me do not get along.
Yeah, same here. Toilet check hype. That's what I'm talking about. Toilet check time. Whoop. I love it. That's pretty solid. And I will say, coincidentally, it did work out really well, because I would check the toilets on the right and he would check the toilets on the left on my stream also. So that was impressive. That was pretty solid. Yeah, right. It was good. Yeah, good looking out, man. Riders Republic. I know absolutely nothing about this game.
It is basically a multiplayer extreme sports type of game. Basically, you're in the huge park that has, all the ramps and all the stuff to grind on, like huge areas, and it is a how many people at once? It looked like a lot of multiplayer.
Wow, no kidding.
I'm trying to find detail in that, how many players can be in the same zone.
Wow.
50 players can compete against each other in races.
Wow. It's crazy.
That's like saying, let's go to the busy skate park and go. Right. There you go.
Right. And demolition derby.
Right. But then where it gets more insane is that you can mix the different modes of transportation. So like there's there's mountain biking, there's skiing, snowboarding, wingsuit flying. So people could be on their bikes, people on wingsuits come flying through.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's pretty
good.
It
looks like it would probably be a blast to play.
Yeah, no kidding.
That one's actually coming up 2021. So we're supposed to see that.
Wow.
We're supposed to see end of summer, early fall.
Nice.
I believe it was September is when they were saying.
Nice.
But Yeah, I had heard nothing about this game leading up to it, so I had zero expectation. But
Right.
watching the videos, it's like it
Hmm.
looks like it'd be a wild fun time.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Some Wreckfest-esque, you know. I was
Right, just huge, massive party game.
I was hoping you were gonna tell me it was like the continuation of like Road Rash or something, you know? Like
Uh,
I'm like I'm ready for that, you know?
I got to say, at first, the way the trailer opens up, it's just like BMX, like mountain biking and stuff, and
Nice.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know.
Right. Like
Then you start
yeah.
seeing how they threw it together to be more of a party, like race competition type game.
Sure. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
What was the other developer? So that's about it for Ubisoft, and that's what we're sticking with.
Yep. Ubisoft.
What was the other developer you said that you forgot to get in there?
Okay, I did not put, and this is more because they're like an indie dev.
Oh,
Is Devolver Digital.
Oh.
They actually put on a short show.
Oh, really?
Which I gotta say, for a offbeat sense of humor of things, it's worth looking up their show and watching it, because they didn't do like a stage show. They did almost felt like a training video montage.
Oh, wow. I was gonna say, tell me they were in a hot tub, but okay.
No, it was, but it was, and like full of language and everything. Like it was
Wow.
like
That's
the way
awesome.
they did it. The way they did it was so. It was the Adult Swim of.
Oh, that's excellent.
Of game conference
I'm absolutely
shows.
checking this out. That's great.
It's worth checking out.
That's
And
awesome.
their whole thing was about them. Let's see. Their catch line because it was a video basically picking on subscriptions and stuff like that for games, and the whole video was basically them selling you on Devolver Max Pass Plus Showcase, and subtitled "Monetization as a Service."
Wow, that's awesome.
So they're just taking it to everybody who's putting up
Nice
subscription based stuff. That's awesome. So they're just picking right on them, and it was hilarious. Like,
that's awesome.
At first, I'm like, what is going on? Because I was expecting a legit conference.
Sure.
And when it started doing that, I'm just like, okay, I'm watching this whole thing.
Right.
And I sat and watched it. But they showed a handful of games that, I mean, there's a. I'm just gonna hit them real quick. Bullet points.
Yeah.
There's a game called Trek to Yomi, or Yami. Basically, it's a. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I lost my place. Basically, it's a samurai game. And their stuff's all like either retro-esque in style, or the just like flashy, simple indie looking graphics. Like is what most of their stuff is.
Sure.
They have another game called Wizard with a Gun, which actually looked kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to really describe that one. I did watch it. I'm just like, okay, that looked interesting.
Nice.
You have a game called Demon Throttle that is going to be coming out. They're wild scenarios, like, for these games. Like, I don't even know how to describe them. I'm looking at my notes for it, and it's like, yeah. All I could say is you've got to check out the Devolver Digital show, just because of the Max Pass Plus thing that they were joking about. But then their big release title that they pushed was a trailer for Shadow Warrior 3.
Oh, excellent.
That's their big game.
Excellent.
Have you ever played Shadow Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah. That the third one looks really good.
Nice.
I mean, the second one was amazing. I loved the second one.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that they were the ones that put it out.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Shadow Warrior is theirs.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's their big title. The other one, and see, because it wasn't really anything, not to say they're not noteworthy. but it's that they're lesser known,
Sure.
like their games don't always pick up all the traction.
Right.
Did you say anything about Palia? I didn't see anything about them.
Yeah.
About that. Then the only other conference that happened that I did not put in the notes either was Capcom, which is basically Resident Evil DLC for Village.
Nice.
Monster Hunter Stories 2, which we talk about later because it's coming to the Switch.
Sure.
And then Resident Evil Reverse, which is an online multiplayer Resident Evil.
Oh, very cool.
Like not like co-op like how you and I had to jump boats,
That's a shame. Boy, that's
but
yeah.
multiplayer.
Yeah, that's a shame. I missed that one. I can have the pain on my phone too. That's great. That's wonderful.
Oh yeah. The boat jumping simulator.
Yeah, that's right. Jeez.
Yeah. I just didn't want to go through at least mentioning Devolver and Capcom that they did have shows.
I'm definitely gonna have to check out the Devolver one. That's cool. That's funny. If you can't laugh at yourself, like what's the point? Like come on. Like
oh yeah, and they laid it on so thick, like it was funny.
Nice. That's awesome. Dude, that's excellent.
And then now move on to Xbox Bethesda.
Ladies and gentlemen, so here's one that I'll actually get to talk to a little bit because I did pay close attention to Xbox Bethesda. Is it weird that it's Xbox Bethesda? Like, I mean, Xbox bought Bethesda. They didn't partner with them, right?
Right, but Bethesda is a relatively new acquisition now.
Yeah, and they are highlighting it, right?
The only thing I could think is it's because there were so many titles already in the works as Bethesda.
Right. Sure.
So they're still acknowledging it because I would be willing to bet next year it's just Xbox.
Yeah.
For games that are coming out in 2022, they're still gonna mention that they're Bethesda.
Yeah, right. Roll them into the fold. And let's be honest, dude, the exclusivity of Bethesda games to Xbox, like that's huge.
They definitely needed it.
I think that's one of the biggest complaints that people have with the new consoles is, where's the exclusives, man? Where's the new? There are some games here I'm really, really excited for. Okay, well, here's one. We'll start. Okay, let's start with the easy one. Okay, Halo Infinite coming out. Something that struck me. Well, one, it looked great. I love shooters. I love modern shooters. I was never the biggest Halo fan. Putting an entire magazine to someone, then having to stick 3 grenades to him just to hopefully get him down enough to where you can gun butt him, like it was never my flow. Bagoon played a ton of it. In fact, we got into Halo 4. I think that's probably the last Halo that I really jumped into, and just because everybody else was playing it, so I played it too. But not a huge Halo fan. It does look good though, man. It does look good. I'll say I'm excited for it. To the extent, yeah. The OG Halos were great. But I didn't. I don't know. Can you imagine? Like, this is crazy. Halo and Xbox itself, come this holiday season, is 20 years old. 20 years old. Like, that is crazy to think. I'm like, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
Like, where did that 20 years go? Like, I don't know. The multiplayer, the multiplayer was really good. I loved Halo 2 also. I think if I had to pick a go-to, I could still to this day just pick up controllers and just run it. And it looked, it was like, no kidding. Halo was like, come on, Halo, you're out. It's go time. I'll definitely probably pick it up. And there's no reason not to, because something that I find is truly amazing is their multiplayer is going to be free for everyone. It's like they're taking the battle royale mentality and applying it to traditional Halo multiplayer. That's kind of cool, man. That's because now anybody can play, and if you don't like Halo, but everybody's playing, that's all right. Just jump in and play some Halo. That's pretty cool to me. I think that's a smart move because, yeah, it's good.
And with that, I didn't catch if they specified in the details or not. I know Fortnite and things like that were multiplayer, that they don't require live anymore. Now was Halo going to be the same way?
Oh, I don't know.
Or was it free with Xbox Live?
Sure.
Or
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I wasn't nitpicking. It was just more of I don't recall if they said one way or the other.
I remember they were talking about it, and they were talking. It was like the after show, and they were talking, and the one girl said it was going to be free, and it was great because if her friends didn't have the game, they could still jump on and play with them. So I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah. For the most part, most people have Xbox Live for other games anyway.
Sure.
So it's not going to be as huge of a gatekeep to that content, but
I'm stoked. A lot of these titles are going right to Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they would have that same stance if the consoles if there were hundreds of them in every store you went into, like would they be pushing it as hard? I wonder, but
I feel at E3 it's I enjoy it. I enjoy them, giving us new versions of games of existing IPs. But
I'm with you too, though. I'd like some new like IPs that like the next generation. I feel like Halo is kind of ours, the next generation. What's their Halo gonna be like? I'm kind of excited to see that. Yeah, Ferg, that's when I got my Red Dead Online, because I had it on Xbox, and then it was like $5 for online. Well, cool, I'll buy it for PC. So yeah, that's basically what they did. They probably made a good chunk of money on that too. So
but talking about the day one releases on Game Pass. So you're right. It's like, is it have to do with last year?
Right.
Because you figure the movie industry did the same thing.
Yeah, they really did.
Digitally, you can say, well, I want to watch this brand new movie that comes out today.
Right.
So is Game Pass doing it because of that? Or are we actually that's what we would come to expect?
Right.
Like, is that it's intended to be forever?
Right.
First parties come immediately on there.
Yeah, maybe. I can't. I feel like as a company that sells consoles, I don't know. I can't understand how you're not undercutting yourself by doing that. I mean, there must be some method to the madness, but yeah, I don't know. I can't see that. But that's why I'm not a billionaire that works for Microsoft either. So, there you go. But so I will play it for sure, even if it's only the free multiplayer. I do like Halo's campaign. Bagoom and I we got through the first two, I think. We were playing through the campaigns. So maybe get back into the campaigns and then pick up that campaign too. So since it's on, Game Pass anyway, might as well have it, right? So
actually, it's true, because I was I play the Halo campaigns.
Yeah.
I'm big in the multiplayer end of it.
Yeah.
And I will absolutely play Halo Infinite's campaign.
Sure.
Because if it'll be on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass, so yeah, tune into the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, tune in, because we'll be running it.
Yep.
So Starfield is a game I had to look up because I didn't remember it from the first the first viewing I did of their E3. I went back and watched it, and I remember why I didn't remember it. It's because there wasn't a lot there. It was kind of just a little glimpse of, like, just watching what they put. And this goes back to the problem I have with E3. You look at the glimpse that they put of Starfield in, you don't know what type of game it is. You don't know the play style. You don't know. You know it's outer space. You know you're going to explore a distant world. That's really it. They didn't show any gameplay. It was all cutscenes. It was so it's kind of like, did they need that in E3 this year? Because I think that's a 2022 game also. And it's like, yeah, I'm kind of like, you didn't give me enough. Like, it looks beautiful, and it had that movie hype to it. Like, yeah, like, okay, all right, yeah, let's launch, man. I'm ready to go. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm ready. Like, let's go. Like, you know, I'll bring the beer and let's go nuts. But I don't know what we're doing. You know, I don't know where we're headed. So I wish that and then you wonder, you know, it's good that they're getting stuff out there. They're clearly trying to fight off everyone that's been telling them since their consoles released. They're clearly trying to fight off that there's no exclusive content. There's no new content. There are no new games. You got to give us something new. And so I think they went overboard pushing the new this year, but it's okay. Interesting game. Can't wait to learn more about it. Maybe just Googling it too would give me more information, but you know, give me a little bit, just a little bit, you know.
Especially when you're on the platform of E3.
Right. It's like the world stage of what we're up to and what's been going on. And yeah, just, I don't know. I don't know. A game that I know you and me are looking forward to, a bunch of people in chat too. Horizon 5, Forza Horizon 5, man. Does that game look beautiful or what? Like, I thought 4 looked amazing.
Footage. I thought there was actually like literally the camera linger before the cars came in.
Right.
I thought we were looking at actual real footage.
Yeah.
Not game footage.
And then I was like, well, surely it's a cutscene. And then no, you see the cars coming through and you're like, oh my God. So what they did, it takes place in Mexico. And what they did is they actually rigged up vehicles, like Google Maps type vehicles, but with like 4K HDR cameras on all angles. And they drove all over Mexico and they got footage for it and integrated it into the game and used the HD footage. The game looks amazing. It looks really good. I missed the boat. So anybody that's watched our streams, yeah, it's pretty neat, Ferg. It really is. Anybody that's watched our streams knows that Ferg and Pixel and like everybody on the planet is much better at racing games than I am. But I did enjoy the openness of Horizon 4. I kind of missed the boat on it. So I'm excited to get into the next one when there's a big player base. So like I'm really excited for that. Yeah, no kidding. It could be. I could easily see this game being over 200 gigs because it's insane. It really is.
It's absolutely amazing, and it seems like it's massive as far as how much of the map there is.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited for it because even now, the only reason I'll fire up 4 more is because, you know, it's just there's not a lot of people in the servers anymore. It's people have kind of moved on from the game, which is you know, so I'm excited. I'm stoked for this one. Definitely stoked to get back in. But yeah, no, that's one for sure. Definitely at the top of the list. And I want to say though, was that a holiday this year or a 2022?
I believe it's this year.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's
I'm gonna double check that because I need to know for sure.
Yeah. Because
it was also a Game Pass title.
Right. It's gonna be day one Game Pass. I'm like, well, I'm ready. You know, it's like, man, we're installing that right away. That's so good. So good.
Let's see. Forza Horizon 5 is
ready.
November 9th.
See? And look, okay, this is okay, Xbox. I know you're in chat. Right? Major, I forget his name. All right, I know you're hanging out. This is how you do an E3. The section you did on Horizon 5, that's what we deserve for an E3. That full section on, hey, come on, you watching, Kizzy? Yeah, you came to the right place if you're looking for nerd, because I'm telling you right now, that's what we need, man. That's show gameplay, right? It's right. It's yeah. You know she's gonna be playing too. Like I don't know what you're talking about, nerd. You be up in there trying to get them barn finds too. So that's fine. That's fine. But it's like it's a polished. It's not finished, but it's a polished game. It looks good. They talked about the design and development. They really got into it for us nerds. But then they also show a beautiful, polished, not like 20 seconds of a cutscene game, some gameplay, which is crazy, but yeah, that's the way it should be for sure. November
that's
9th
be...
is a Tuesday. Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll stream on a Tuesday on November 9th. Yeah, for sure.
Well, absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really good. Really good.
And that will be a nice workout for my graphics card it's going to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because they built that game still to the level for the PC.
Right.
From what I was reading about it is there are multiple modes on the Xbox Series X.
Sure.
To maintain 60 frames a second with some of the other flourishes, it has dynamic resolution.
Wow. That's awesome.
And they only say ray tracing when you're in Forza Vista mode, when you're looking at the cars.
Right. Interesting.
Now, if you're on graphic mode, I guess there's going to be, because of performance and a fidelity or whatever mode.
Sure.
The fidelity mode will do the ray tracing and stuff, but they weren't showing that footage of what it looked like if we were going to see frame rate hits or anything like that.
Right.
Now, that's where I've got to say, PC. We'll be able to have everything.
Yep.
If you have the horsepower to push it,
right,
be able to have everything.
Right.
And I'm glad Microsoft is basically, we're going to make the best game.
Yep.
And we'll have the hardware catch up.
Right. That's what they have to do.
Because you figure Forza Horizon 3 and 4, came out on the Xbox One.
Right.
Then the Xbox One X hit. You take that game and play it on the One X, and you already get upgraded frame rates and better resolutions.
Sure.
I'm glad that they're forward thinking about their stuff. They're not doing that, let's design for the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
Instead, they're let's make the game that we want to make and make it look how we want it to look.
Right. Yeah, and that's the focus they need to keep. Like, obviously that they're probably still going to be able to play this game on the Xbox One, right? I mean, how's that? It's like you can't. It can't be the same game. You don't think so?
I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be a series exclusive for X and S.
That could be interesting. These going
to be the first.
Yeah, these will be getting into the first games that do that. Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, it's definitely the game to do it because it's amazing.
Kind of because Sony did that with Ratchet and Clank and Demon Souls.
Yeah,
new versions of games, and they've got the ties to the previous gen.
Yeah. I mean, it's every new console does that, right? Like just because we're in an age where production is shorter, it still does it. So
and like you said, it would probably have to be a drastically different game for the one to be able to.
Right. Oh, yeah. Ferg says it's going to be on the Xbox One and Xbox Cloud Gaming too. Gosh, imagine streaming that. That's crazy.
Maybe cloud gaming. Maybe I wonder if they're going to leverage cloud processing for the Xbox One.
Right, exactly. And just have them basically play it remote.
Or at least with some of the rendering remote.
Sure.
Some of the extra graphical layers.
Yeah, that's interesting. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Golly, man, I'm ready. So obviously excited for that one. Let's see, what's the next one? Let's see. Yeah, it's not gonna fly, but it might not burn your house down. So it's win-win. Column A, column B. A game called Redfall. So watching this Redfall. All right, so here's the impression I got watching Redfall. It's basically Blade meets Stranger Things meets Umbrella Academy meets Left 4 Dead, and they're all kind of hanging out in like a Fortnite universe or something. You know, it's like it looked awesome. It looked like a lot of fun. I think coming out closer to Halloween, like definitely one we could check out and maybe stream a bit. But I don't know. It's kind of out of left field. I think it's one of those, like, you know, I think it's one of these new titles that might be kind of cool. Might be a Left 4 Dead type, you know, instead of zombies, vampires, you know. It does look cool. It looks like it plays pretty neat. But yeah, it was sort of like a mishmash of a ton of games, but Redfall did look interesting. Looked pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Diablo 2. So Diablo 2 is one I've been looking forward to for a long time. I can't think of a game. I mean, you look forward to games each year, but this is a game that I like ever since they announced at, I guess it was BlizzCon when they first announced they were going to redo it or remaster it. Man, it looks really good. And I was a big fan of Diablo 2. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, you're right, Ferg. That's what's kind of like, but didn't they say it's going on Game Pass? Isn't Diablo 2 going to be on Game Pass?
I want to say, I think yes, it is.
I think so too. And so if it's on Game Pass, dude, there's not even a question. I mean, even if it's $40, I'll probably end up getting it anyway, because, you know, but dude, it looks really good. And it is weird to pay $40 for a game that's, you know, came out 15 years ago, you know, right? It's kind of weird to, maybe longer. Gosh, it's got to be longer than that, but that is kind of
20 plus.
Yeah, gosh, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, like 99. No, Diablo 2 had to be later than that. Diablo 2 was probably like 2003, 2002. No, maybe it was that old. I thought the original Diablo was in the 90s and then Diablo 2 came out in the 2000s. Was it June of 2000?
June 2000.
Wow. Geez, I didn't think it was that old. That's crazy. But I am stoked for it. It'll be a fun, like a Diablo 2 game would be a fun streaming game, I think. A nice chill, you know, mash and click, you know, up to 8 players partying up too. So that's kind of cool. That'll be neat. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I feel like it's a game where you can just sort of kick back and relax and sort of button mash your way through. So from that aspect, kind of neat. Stalker 2. Man, Diablo 2 was fun, man. It was chill. Once you get through hell, you're fine. It's easy peasy. And then the Mad Cow. Come on, man. Like, that was easy, man. Just wow, it's easy. Easy peasy. Stalker 2 is one I know nothing about. I assume there was a Stalker 1 and I never played it. I never played it, so
I saw the trailer for Stalker 2 and I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a series I ever got into.
Yeah. So Chernobyl, anything Chernobyl is it's kind of cool, you know, kind of neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, not really a thing. Back 4 Blood though. Let's see. Back 4 Blood. This is another one I'm like pretty hyped on.
We'll be streaming this one.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it comes out around, it's in like October, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it'll be Halloween season.
Definitely Halloween season streams for sure.
And yeah, pretty much the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
I know. I'm excited. The gameplay I've seen so far, Left 4 Dead was kind of a scripted path. It feels a little more open in the games I've seen. Yeah. So it's like you're not really on the rail as much. Yeah, Back for Blood, man. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks really good. That's one you'll definitely see. You'll definitely be seeing on stream. So, and it's another. That's another. Oh my gosh, that's another. Game Pass. Another Game Pass game.
Yeah.
I tell you, I think they announced like 27 games, and I think 25 of them were going to be day one Game Pass. I'm like, that's amazing to me. Like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you're definitely getting your money's worth.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's what. Well, so I got the Series X, so I did the whole. I'm doing like the $35 a month or whatever now. Well, you know, if they come out with a game a month, then I'm still ahead. So it's like,
oh yeah,
that's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Contraband. I
pretty much just had a teaser.
Yeah, it was like the record player and some old stuff.
Teaser.
I mean, yeah, you know nothing about the game. You know nothing that you could do. Original Left 4 Dead could play 2 players, 2 different screens on one PC. That's really cool. That's pretty awesome.
Oh,
controller, mouse, and keyboard. That's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, yeah. We did a little co-op. We played through the second one, right? We did some Left 4 Dead 2, I think. Back in the Gears days, we were doing that for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Contraband. They didn't really. I don't know. They didn't give us much. Outer Worlds 2.
That's one game that I've had installed on my computer for a while.
Right.
The first Outer Worlds.
Right.
Via Game Pass.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I still haven't played it.
Yeah.
It's been installed.
Right.
And yeah, it's too many games, too little time.
Right.
That's all I can say is it's no hate or shade on any game specifically.
Sure. Could be an amazing game.
I think it's a good game. Oh, I know. I got to get and try it.
I think I've heard nothing but good things about the first Outer Worlds. I think I've heard great things. I think it looks really good. Never played it. Just never.
Yeah.
Never played it.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but positive.
Right.
My mic sounds off.
I wonder. I think maybe it was just maybe when you got a little further away or something.
Is it okay now?
It's chopping a little bit for me.
Huh, I wonder why.
That sounded perfect though. So I think it's
that's not good. If I heard it would bug me. Oh no. Wiggle my cable here. So I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah, you sound crystal right now.
I wonder if I'm peaking.
Oh, well, no, then it went.
Let me back off a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that any better?
Nah.
Does that seem?
Nah, it's still cutting you out a little bit. It's still chopping.
Still chopping. Oh man, what is going on? It's always something.
Yeah, it's the way it goes. It's Monday. Speaking of that, yeah.
Yeah, like a muffled tinge to it. Well, that's true. You're hearing me through Discord. They're hearing me direct.
Right.
On the channel.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. It'll be curious to see.
It's like grainy at times.
Fergus mentioned it earlier, and I heard when he had mentioned it, I heard a little bit of it, and then but then it came back. Like it came back to where I was hearing you.
Almost sounds like a headset mic.
Yeah, it's like it just like cuts out on you.
I wonder if the mixer that I'm actually running through is having trouble. I don't know. You know what? That's a good question.
OBS does have a mind of its own. It likes to come up with new things to trick you with. You know,
let's see here. Where's my mic?
Ladies and gentlemen, anyone thinking about being a streamer, this is what you can look forward to. It's so fun. It's awesome. It's just so much fun.
All right. Gosh, we're even there. It is. Okay, settings.
It is always audio. Although
It's pulling my line in, so it's pulling what it's supposed to.
I'll tell you right now, you sound a lot better to me. I'm curious to see if chat says the same thing, because when you said settings and you're looking, you sounded like normal.
Really? So it sounds.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, right now it sounds great. I'll see what chat says, but through Discord it sounds really good.
Nah, still bad. What in the world?
Interesting. Is it still bad on my side too, Ferg? I wonder if...
Let me unplug this mic here.
Okay, yeah, Ferg did say, yeah, it sounded better over here.
All right. Any better? I unplugged the XLR and replugged back in.
Yeah, it does. It sounds good through Discord. It sounds great.
I wonder what... Man, about the same. Oh, man, this is a bummer.
Ah, that is a bummer. Yeah, that is a bummer.
I turned off my filters. There, no noise gate, no compressor. So okay, so I turned off the noise gate and the compressor.
Okay.
I'll back it off.
And that makes sense because it wouldn't process through those filters through Discord.
Right. Yeah, so it had to be an OBS thing.
Right.
Well, thank you guys for helping me troubleshoot this.
Yeah, that's...
So OBS, since last time I streamed, had an update.
I love the updates on OBS. They're so good.
So something with the filter of yeah, exactly, on my compressor, it might have been attacking it wrong.
I know nothing about audio, so I'm just gonna be like, yeah, totally. You know, the attack could be a little off. You're probably right, Ferg. Yeah.
My noise gate was completely bad too.
Yeah, God, the noise gate was way off, man. Just so way off. So
that's true, because you didn't hear it. You're hearing you're hearing open mic through Discord.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, bro, you sound great. Yeah, yeah, you sound fine. Okay. Well, yeah.
Well, there we go. We're back. We're back in business, I guess.
Right. That's awesome.
Thank you guys, and sorry for any of you who just tuned in. Sorry, we were having a little audio.
It's perfect. It's perfect. I tell you what.
I still sound tinny on stream. Oh, what in the world is going on? Oh well, I can't. Unfortunately, I don't want to spend so much time on it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I was like, maybe unplug and replug again. Do that one last time, because that did help.
Let me unplug one of my mixer too.
That did help.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I think it's just because I'm getting the straight feed. I do hear it chop a little bit in here. I'm having to do some funky audio foo to get it from my stream machine down to my gaming rig headset. But I've had a couple of little chops. Yeah, right, dude. That's the way I feel with audio people. So people that know audio and they hear the audio, you're on two ends of the spectrum. Like, it's either me, like, oh yeah, I can hear you, or it's like, oh my god, we have got to fix this. So it's, yeah, I get it for sure.
Okay, I have completely unplugged my mixer, unplugged out of the computer, turn filters off.
Yeah,
you sound great. Anything that I could possibly have done. So if it sounds okay on Discord, then it's got to be something in OBS.
Yeah. And you know what's going to fix it? Restarting OBS, and it's going to be like, oh, look, I'm going to work for you now. All right. Thanks a lot.
Right. Exactly.
I hear you good. I hear you coming through good now. After that disconnect. So here's what we'll do. Through the magic of YouTube, because I am gonna post these one of these days, we're just gonna kick right back in and start, and I'm gonna chop all that out of the video. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna see a little glitch of our faces, and it's gonna be like, hey, it never happened. So that's the beauty you get for joining us live. You get to see it raw, uncut, you know, and then you know, those poor people on YouTube have to see the lame version that looks good and sounds good, you know. So it's good.
More finished polished project.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, I probably want to check out the YouTube version. Exclamation point YouTube in the chat, you know. No. Okay, so where are we at here? Outer Worlds 2, we talk about Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life. I'm okay, so I played Sea of Thieves in the beginning. I think I enjoyed Sea of Thieves for a little while. When I started playing in the beginning, there wasn't enough content. It got kind of old, kind of fast for me. I've seen people play Sea of Thieves in the last probably 6-8 months, and it looks like there's a ton of content now. A lot of cool things you can get out and do. But it's one of those games you absolutely have to play with people, with friends, with a crew. When you try to play it on your own, it's kind of, I don't know. It's just not as great to me. It's not as much fun. A lot of trolls kind of in the game. But where I'm at on A Pirate's Life, okay, first off, anything that you put Pirates of the Caribbean in, right? I like, because man, I love Jack Sparrow. I love the character, the story, the whole world that they created. It is great. I'm not so sure is it still relevant? Like, are we still Pirates
of the Caribbean?
Yeah, is Pirates of the Caribbean still a thing? You know, it's kind of like Avatar. You know, it's kind of like, is it? I mean, I guess if you have a pirate game, like, what else would you incorporate, right? Like, so, you know, I am glad to see. You know, it's cool that kind of a smaller, you know, they started off really small and now they're getting Disney licensing, right? So that's kind of cool. Kind of a bummer, like, it's not Johnny Depp's voice, you know, it's someone that sounds very close. It's not Johnny Depp's voice. Like, that kind of stuff always kind of bothers me, you know. It's like, I always want the but in the world we live in, I understand it. So Sea of Thieves is one I could go back to, I think. I don't know. It got kind of tiresome for me. And playing, not that fun solo at all. Playing it alone is just, it's really the worst. But if you could get a crew of 3 or 4 and actually go do some things without being attacked and having all your stuff stolen all the time, well, that's pretty good. But most of the streamers I see that play it, they're only out there to plunder. So it's rough.
Randic and I've joined him in a group, and it's fun until you meet up against somebody who has hours upon hours.
Yep. That's like their main game, and they're in a matter of minutes. Your ship's going to be at the bottom of the ocean. They're going to have all the loot. You just destroyed 1,000 skeletons to collect. And you're just going to be sitting there kind of pissed off. And so, I
gotta say too, Sea of Thieves, I have never played, non VR. VR has done it to me, but I've never played a game on a screen and gotten motion sickness before. Sea of Thieves, I can only do it for so long because it actually like, I'm like getting seasick from it.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah,
I even turn off the bob for walking and stuff because thinking like, oh, well, maybe it's just that because some games trigger with that, but no, quite literally the seasickness.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh,
it's bizarre.
Yeah, this is the same way. I played with the Radjunk crew, and we played it for a little while. Same thing. When a ship's coming, you just know they're coming for you. I can imagine someone like T-Pain playing. There's another. It was a small streamer, but now is relatively big. All he streams is Behaving Beardly. Really cool guy, pretty awesome. I've chatted with him a handful of times, and puts on a really great stream. Totally worth checking out. and he streams. He's partnered with the Sea of Thieves people. They do like unique giveaways and stuff like that all the time. So he plays it a lot. But yeah, literally, and he's kind of cool. He will go around and help new people. He will go around and do that. But then sometimes, he tells them, he's like, look, don't attack us, or this, that, the other. The second that they break that parlay, the second that they attack him, dude, he just annihilates them. It's fun. It's fun to watch. It's like, golly, but I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end, like, so that's kind of where I'm at with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I might try it, but that's tough. That's a tough one. All right, Battlefield 2042.
This one's for you.
I was so excited. If you remember the last time we had our vodcast, I was cutting the vodcast and I was going to watch 2042. In fact, I think I then later watched on stream some of the gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, people might not like this. I'm a little disappointed. In Battlefield 2042. There's no campaign with it. There's no battle royale. They did say that, which I'm really bummed about. No battle royale. So when you take all that away, now you've got another Battlefield game that looks just like every other Battlefield game. It's the same game modes, it's the same play style. It's going to have more people in lobbies. Supposedly they're going to get up to like 160 something people, apparently, which is cool, I guess. But it's the same gameplay, which I mean, the gameplay is good. It's fun for Battlefield. The Battlefield modes are a good time. I always remember, because I preferred Call of Duty to Battlefield when in their heyday, right? I always remember the Battlefield community telling the Call of Duty community how, well, you're just reskinning the same game every year. It's the same junk. It's the same trash. It's the, blah, 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 right? And now I feel like Battlefield's kind of doing the same thing. I feel like we're getting kind of like, it's been years since they've gone back to this traditional Battlefield. Honestly, I think Battlefield 4, because 1, was older. 5, didn't really like 5. So it's been all these years since they've gone back to that traditional Battlefield 4, and this is all we're getting. I'm kind of like, I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, you're right, Ferg. That was 100% an amazing call out to, I forget the guy's name that did it originally. Very cool. It was awesome. Like, I was hyped from it, and I so after I've said all that, I'm still totally getting the game, 100%. We'll be playing it. We'll be getting in there and going nuts on it. But I don't know. It's just not. I hoped for more, I think, and I think that's another danger that we have today in the world of everyone wants to be the first to tell you about anything. It doesn't matter if you're talking about Hollywood or politics or video games. Everyone wants to be the first to tell you. And so they come out so quick to tell you, hey, new Battlefield's coming out. It's going to be called 2042. Well, from that point on, every media outlet, ourselves included, definitely not going to buy a pre-sale. EA burned me on Medal of Honor. You want to talk about a trash game? That's awful. So then everyone goes nuts. Oh, it's going to have this. It's going to have that. It's going to have this. It's going to be awesome. It's going to just blow your mind. It's going to be so amazing. And then when it doesn't, you're let down. So is that because the company didn't put the work in, or is that because rumor and propaganda hyped it up way too much? Right. So I don't know. It's like I said, still going to get it. Still going to play it. Hopefully play it on Game Pass, so I don't have to buy it. But actually, this one might not come to Game Pass. Pretty sure this one's not coming to Game Pass.
Because
I
don't think it will.
I don't think it will either. So probably still end up getting it, drop the $60 and blah 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 blah. But I don't know. I am a little disappointed. Looks beautiful, but not really sure. Not really sure how I'm going to feel about it. But you'll see it on stream. We'll be playing it. We'll hook it up for sure. Bagoom, he likes the the Battlefield games. I'll bet Army might probably play some Battlefield with us too. So we'll at least have full live. We'll talk you into it. You gotta stress that video card, man. You gotta warm it up, right? we'll talk you into it. It'll be good. It'll be on Origins thing. Maybe it'll be good, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with Battlefield 2042. Could have been, I think it could have been more, but now they're saying that there's no way they're not gonna put out ABC. They're not gonna do a battle royale. They're not gonna, and I'm okay with you sticking to your wheelhouse, but man, hey, give us something new, you know, give us a little something different, but we'll see how it goes. Old Psychonauts 2. So I loved the original Psychonauts. It's on the shelf behind me, and it was a great game. It was a lot of fun. Yes,
It was a very I guess you would say unfamiliar game to a lot of people.
right.
Like it was very, a lot of people missed out on it.
Yep. Totally a hidden gem. Totally a hidden gem on the original Xbox. If you have the ability, check it out. It's a fun game.
Yeah,
really fun and plays well too. It's a good game.
Yeah, even now on they have the, I guess you would call it remastered version.
Yeah, remastered, maybe. Yeah.
That's about all it is.
Yeah.
Steam, but even that still, like, the controls still solid.
Yeah.
Like it's still perfectly playable.
For sure.
It aged a lot better than Mario 64. And like,
yeah, for sure. Yep, Psychonauts. Yeah, it was good. I loved it. I really liked Psychonauts. I thought it was good. And yeah, you're right too on that hot rod with the futuristic shooter. Infinite Warfare was awful. Infinite Warfare had a pretty cool storyline. The campaign was pretty good. Had Kevin Spacey in it before he was, Kevin Spacey. And yeah. So no, not bad. But yeah, Psychonauts could be really cool. I look forward to the second one. That'll be fun. I'd love to see an on-screen co-op. I haven't seen gameplay of it, but that'd be great. That'd be really cool.
That's something too, I gotta say, is if you have since you enjoyed Psychonauts, you have to pick up the VR. It's like a mid-step story-wise.
Really? No kidding.
It's the Rhombus of Ruin, I believe is what it was called.
No kidding. Wow.
For PSVR.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, that's really cool.
It's worth getting to play.
Nice. Psychonauts 2 is on Game Pass too. Outstanding. Definitely be doing that. Yep, August 24th. I knew that was a quick one. I knew that one was coming out here pretty soon. So that's that one will be pretty cool. Let's see. Age of Empires 4. Never played any of the AoE games. Never really got into them.
I played a little bit of, maybe it was the first one, like obviously long time ago.
Sure.
Not my style of game.
It's like real-time strategy, right? Like yeah. I played the Command and Conquers back in the day. I did not play in fact I want to say Command and Conquer is probably the last AoE or real-time strategy RTS game that I played. So I don't know anything about them. So I just not a fan.
Yeah. Not my style.
Fallout 76. Go for it.
I don't know. I was gonna say, I'm like, and the next one is not yours. Your style.
Yep. Fallout 76 is if you've tuned in any period of time, we've discussed in depth my passionate disdain for that game. But from that perspective, is the pit in this DLC enough to bring me back to the game? I don't know. Kind of cool going to Pittsburgh, and it feels like it's going to be like some of the DLCs and the other Fallouts. Like they had the Point Lookout map in, was that 4? I think it was Fallout 4. I think had it. You can go to the Point Lookout, so it's going to be like a remote area where you can do things in, but it's not part of the open world. I assume that's how they're gonna do that. But Fallout 3, it was 3. I almost said 3, and I was like, because 4 didn't sound right, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was 3. that was always cool because where I lived in Maryland was Point Lookout, because Bethesda was just up the road. They were like 45 minutes up the road, and
That's cool.
yeah. So Point Lookout was, we actually had a work site there at Point Lookout, so it was really cool. It was good. Middle Earth 2. Yeah, I remember that one. So I might have played Middle Earth 2. I remember that one. But yeah, no, I really, the last one I was really into, and actually we're gonna fire it up on stream one day. We're gonna break into some old Red Alert, because Red Alert 2, no matter how you feel about real-time strategy, seeing Michael Ironside, there's so many good actors and actresses in the cutscenes, and the acting is so horrible. It's great. It's truly magical. So we're gonna check it out. Yeah, there you go. That's a good link. But yeah, that
nice.
That Point Lookout is where they based the Point Lookout expansion on. The expansion went a little video game-ish. They took liberties, but it was good. It was still cool. There was still some points that you could see that was recognizable in the game. So it was really neat. Kind of the only time I've had a video game thing around where I live, so that was pretty neat. But yeah, so you've played a little Fallout 76. What do you think? You gonna try out the pit?
To be honest, probably not.
Yeah.
Unless the I don't know, unless the DLC comes through Game Pass.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
That's how I tried out 76 was Game Pass. So
right.
I'm not. I didn't get big into the game to where I would be buying the DLC up, I guess you would say.
Sure. That's another one of those too. Like if we had a group that was getting in on it early enough, or even later, it's a much funner game, I think, with friends. It's funner to play as a group, building up your camps and bases, going to defend things and gather resources and help each other. It's so much funner that way, I think, than in person. But I think Arandic, we was playing some Fallout 76 for a while. I think that's the last time I saw. I kind of followed a stream. Doing Fallout, and then had some pretty cool. Loved seeing the base and stuff. And I there were so many aspects of the game I really enjoyed. I got burned, man. Couldn't go back. Couldn't go back.
Give it another shot if they would allow cross saves.
Yeah, that's true too. That is true, because you work so hard on like the Xbox on console, and then you got to start over on PC, and especially like Game Pass, like that's got to be the next evolution, right? You got to have cross saves, I would think, but yeah, I was the same way. I played on Xbox, and yeah, I would much rather play on PC. If I fired up PC, I'd have to restart altogether. So it'd be that would hurt. That would be kind of rough. Let's see. Party animals. I know nothing about party animals. Not a thing. I don't even remember seeing it. Like I'm like, I watched it and I don't remember it at all.
Party animals immediately came to mind is a more battle royale based Fall Guys.
Okay.
The little cartoony,
yeah
characters that kind of ragdoll control.
PvP on each other a little bit more though. Okay. Yes. I got you. Fall Guys was one. I played it. I had some fun. I was the first guy to jump for the flag or the crown to win like 3 times, and then I vowed I'd never play a game again because I'm like, oh my god, it was so maddening. So maddening. So Hot Rod, me too. I loved Fallout 76, and I did play with friends at the time, and it was definitely the better way to play. But the game burned me, man. It burned me. I launched my nuke. They took it away from me. Bastards. Let's see. So Somerville. Okay, I knew nothing about the game going in. Obviously, it's a smaller title. The trailer, like, I don't know how games do this. I don't know if it's like subliminal messages or what. Dude, that trailer hit me kind of in the feels, man. Like, this dude's, it's this guy. I mean, I don't know if it kind of felt like A Quiet Place. I don't know if you've seen the movie A Quiet Place. It was almost kind of that vibe. Dude, this guy is running with his family, like trying to protect his family from, I don't know, something, monsters, aliens, something. And I don't know too much about the game. It felt like, remember Limbo that came out? Yeah, probably zombies. Remember Limbo?
Yeah,
it had that kind of gameplay feel, like Limbo. It was kind of like
which actually it's the same creators as Limbo.
Is it really?
Inside.
Oh man, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a video gamer. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming out. That's what it felt like to me. It felt very much like Limbo. That's funny.
I believe it was the Limbo and Inside.
Yeah, people. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's exactly what it felt like. And yeah, no, it's so definitely interesting. I enjoyed Limbo. I thought Limbo was really cool. For like the whole just Xbox Arcade, man, I'd say it was one of the better, if not the best, Xbox Arcade game I played back in the 360 days. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. So and I'm sure this one will be coming to Game Pass. So definitely probably gonna be checking it out for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. I did not realize it was the same studio, but it all makes sense now. Yep. All makes sense.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
awesome.
Almost certain.
I like it. It's good. Let's see. What's up?
Oh no, I was to say, yeah, Plague Tale Requiem.
So
did you play the first Plague Tale?
I did not. In fact, when I saw it, I'm like, what is this Pied Piper? What is happening right now? Like, I did not play the first one at all. So was it good?
That's why I was asking.
Oh, I was like, oh man, I was like, yes, thank God, because I saw it. I'm like, what is happening right now? Are those rats? Is somebody got a flute? Like, what is going on? I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna fill me in. That's a bummer. That's a bummer.
No. Sorry, no answers here.
Not for me. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it looks, I don't know, it looked kind of interesting. Not one I'm running out to try, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. I believe the first one, I want to say the first one's on Game Pass.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. So that'd be one of those, like, if that was like a co-op title, you're like, hey, let's play through the first one, the second one, just try it out over a couple of weeks or something. Oh, okay, sure, we'll try it out. Feel like a game like that though. So this will be an interesting sidebar question. So if Bagoon's still hanging out, he'll laugh. I am the type of person, when I play a video game, I want to watch the cutscenes, I want to feel the story, I want to be immersed into it, right? And Bagoon,
me too.
Bagoon is a skip. We're skipping this. We're playing the game. We're here to play. We're skipping this crap. It's hilarious. It's pretty funny because I'll be the guy that's sitting there watching. Like, nope, you're just gonna have to wait. Because I'm watching this, like, I want to be into it, Now, the second or third time around, obviously, I'm gonna skip it. But that first playthrough, no, man, I'm here for the story. I'm here for the, And so that would be that type of game, I think.
Me in my Discord about that exact thing.
Nice.
It was basically, it's like the boss saying how, or like the big bad of the game saying how he's worked so hard to come up against you to kill you, and then you, who skipped all the cutscenes, I don't even know who you are.
Right, dude, I don't even know who you are. Like, what's like, who are you? It's funny. It's the truth, man. It's like, I don't know, I'm not really sure who you are, but yeah, awesome. Let's finish this. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely have to get into the story. That's what makes video games so great. They're putting you into the story, and it's awesome. That's what makes them different from movies and TV shows and even books. Mm-hmm. It's you're controlling, you're part of the story, and so I feel like you have to. You absolutely have to. And if you have no interest in it, I don't know, man. There's plenty of multiplayer games without a story, right? So,
right, especially when someone plays a story-based game that has cutscenes and actual plot development that has to happen in those cutscenes.
Right. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Because I've seen people who are the kind who just rush right through and then be like, I don't know, I didn't really care for that game. It's like, well, you probably didn't even pick up on the story.
Right. It's like
fast forward.
Yeah. You skipped all the good parts, man. It's like, so there was a Tarantino movie. Hey, real quick, RD3, thanks for the follow. I saw it a while back, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. So there was a Tarantino movie. It was that it was a horror movie. It was I don't know. It was I forget what it was, but there was a part in the middle of the movie where the cop and the protagonist antagonist they were just hating each other, and they were you know what you did, and I'll never forgive you, and it's this and that the other. And then what Tarantino did, because it's Quentin Tarantino, he had the screen sort of, you know how the film would get eaten up by projectors back in the day, and they'd have to switch the reels out or splice the film. He had that happen, and then when it came back, no, it wasn't From Dusk Till Dawn. It was after that. It was like Grinder. I think it was the
House movie.
Yeah. It was the zombie thing with Bruce Willis, and the cop was the Grindhouse. Yeah, Grindhouse, and the cop was the guy from Terminator, the original Kyle Reese. And
that was the one with Rose McGowan with the machine gun leg.
Yeah, the machine gun leg and everything. Right. Completely insane. Yeah. Completely insane. So yeah, the film goes away. When the projectionists fix the film and it comes back, the two guys are best friends. Like, they don't even talk, but they're like, man, I love you, man. I'm so glad you're here. I couldn't have done this without you. Like, no, man, you're the reason we're here. You're just like, what the hell did that just like, it's completely insane. Like, you're just like, what just happened? But that's what happens when you skip cutscenes. You miss it. Oh, there's an unpopular opinion.
I have to disagree with that one.
Yeah, so I will say Quentin Tarantino movies, there's a lot that I like. There is a point in every Quentin Tarantino movie where it starts to dip. So I can't say that I hate him, because I do enjoy him. I watch him. I like him. But yeah. But there's a point in every Quentin Tarantino movie where it gets a little too Quentin Tarantino, I think. You know, it's like the movie's going along really cool. It's a pretty awesome story. And then Tarantino's like, okay, guys, we're time to mess some stuff up here. Let's do it. Let's burn this place to the ground and let's just go crazy. And I'm like, so I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, you need LSD to watch it. Wow, that's impressive. Hey, Quentin, if you're in chat, just speak up. Defend yourself. Don't worry about it. I'm ready. That was good. But yeah, so cutscenes are important to me. I feel like that is, he absolutely probably was at the worst mushrooms. But yeah, that Plague Tale is definitely one that it's a cutscene driven. It'd be fun to co-op. To play through the story and kind of enjoy it with chat. That might be kind of neat.
And I mean, I may be wrong, but it strikes me as the kind of game too that once you play through it once, there's probably no replayability.
Yeah,
at least to me, because of the story driven of it.
Yeah, once you play it, you kind of but I felt that way with like Last of Us. I enjoyed the game. I didn't enjoy the stealth aspect. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the story. In fact, if it wasn't for the story, I would have quit the game long before I actually ended up finishing it, but that's cool. Let's see. What else do we got? Slime Rancher 2. So I think I've seen Mr. Moss play Slime Rancher. That's all I know about Slime Rancher. No, nothing about Slime Rancher.
I mean, I don't even know how you would describe it.
Yeah, right.
Like quite literally, you're around where all these little slimes exist, and you basically have to collect them up, put them in pens. You have to go collect specific food for specific slimes to eat, and they will spawn new mutations of them. I mean,
you are a rancher of slime.
Exactly.
So, there you go.
Exactly. but it's one of those games, like, I would put it there with, like, Minecraft,
Right,
as far
right.
as it's the kind of game that you could just kinda play
Yeah.
leisurely and enjoy.
Yeah, cruise
You
control, A to B to yeah.
it
Yeah.
it's the kind I could see myself doing, multitasking.
Right,
Like, have some show on or something that I'm kind of half watching while I'm playing that on,
right.
like if it was on the Switch, for instance, if it was a
Sure,
handheld, I
sure.
would absolutely do that.
Awesome. Okay, Harvest Moon, Animal
Yeah,
Crossing,
Harvest Moon.
maybe kind of that style. I got you. I got you. Yeah, Telltale games. That's the truth. Like some of the story, the Walking Dead Telltale games, I enjoyed those because it was at the height of where I was enjoying Walking Dead, and it was a cool storyline to follow. But yeah, I'd never go back and play them again, ever,
Right.
ever, ever. Not a million years. Um, Shredders is coming back. Wasn't there a Shredders back in the day? I feel like there was a old school PlayStation game, OG PlayStation game, Shredders.
I don't know one being called Shredders, but
Yeah.
back in the PlayStation days, it was SSX.
Yeah, SSX was. Oh, there was
S
heavy shredding, right? Wasn't heavy
Yeah, there was
shredding or
heavy shredding.
yeah, heavy
Heavy
shredding was
shredding.
out. Yeah.
Um, Nintendo had what, 1080
Oh yeah,
snowboarding.
1080 snowboarding. Yeah, 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 yeah. My neighbor across the street.
Quarters,
Oh
I think
yeah.
was the other one
Yep. Yeah. That I
on
remember that one.
PlayStation.
I remember that one.
Snow
Yeah.
snowboarding was big for a while
It
there.
was. It was that 90s kind of mid to late 90s. I felt like X Games was really popular, and so
Mhm.
those style games became popular too. So
Yeah, so it's
and
kind of neat to see a new snowboarding game.
yeah,
Like, it's been
yeah.
forever since we've had one of those.
Yeah, I was trying to think. It's been a long time since I remember. I think what made those games, what helped make those games popular, the music tracks were always good in
Yeah.
the X Games style games. They were always so good. Like I wonder
Mm.
if licensing laws have made it more difficult to put out a cool or an enjoyable. So it'll be interesting to see what's in this one. But even FIFA back in the day had Chumbawamba and Offspring, and it's like
Yeah.
it's so good, so good. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, Atomic Heart. I know nothing about
I
Atomic Heart.
I cannot remember this one from the conference.
Yeah, I cannot. Um,
Uh,
it- yeah,
I'm a
that
terrible
I'm the same
terrible
way.
journalist on this one.
Yeah, that was it obviously didn't stick out to me because I didn't remember it at all. The next one's on you because I can't pronounce it. Haha.
Euden Chronicle Rising.
Euden Chronicle Rising.
A spinoff,
Gotcha.
which is a game from back in the PlayStation 1 era.
Right. Okay. So
Just and anime-based RPG aspect. Like, it actually looks like a throwback game. Like,
nice.
it has that old school look to it.
Right.
So it's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about Somerville being, such an anticipated game for you from that trailer.
Yeah.
Replaced.
Yeah.
Replaced. When I watched that trailer, I'm like, I need to play this now.
Yeah, it did look really, really good. The perspective of the gameplay was really awesome. It was like that. It's kind of really cool.
It looks like it's fully controlled on a 2D plane.
Right.
Like you only have left, right. You don't have foreground, background movement. But but the depth to the picture and the way the camera angle worked.
Yeah.
It looked very, very impressive.
It was pretty neat.
And it being like that pixel graphic style.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm not, I don't know, I know nothing about anime. I felt like maybe this was an anime at some point. I don't know. The story looked, if it was a unique story, that'd be really cool, but it felt almost like it was like a manga or anime, possibly. I don't know.
I mean, being that it is like a cyberpunk based story,
Right.
You know, as far as the styling goes, I
Sure.
wonder if it is pulled from like a graphic novel or something like that.
Yeah, because it does look good.
Yeah.
Once again, here's something that came out and it was really good. It showed gameplay. It intrigued me. Contraband. If I had to pick between Contraband and you know Replaced, I'm going Replace. 10 times out of 10. So it's you know they gotta give us more. And it's probably further along in development, and so I'll give them that. But
right. But it's like at that point, it's like, why even announce?
right. Just wait. It's like this need to put it out there to just get it out there to get people talking about it. It didn't work well for Cyberpunk, so people should take note. They should take note.
So, date for Grounded.
Yeah.
So
I've still never played this one. I've still never played. But Shroom and Doom sounds awesome though. Like it's just.
Basically, I mean, obviously mushrooms now. I mean, the premise of Grounded, for those of you who've never seen it, it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, 7 Days to Die.
Nice.
Super hardcore survival.
Nice.
But in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids world.
That's pretty awesome.
And to where, you have to deal with like killer spiders and fighting other bugs and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's something that we're gonna have to play it someday.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind firing it up. It'd be cool.
Yeah. I have not played it since Arandic and I played it back when it first hit.
Right.
And it was kind of limited then because it was obviously, I mean, it's still like, I guess, considered a work in progress.
Sure.
Which that's early access games.
Yeah.
I kind of wish you would just wait until your game's complete.
Yeah. Because I have seen games that, so they have that format where, okay, so our game is in alpha, right? Mm-hmm. Which nothing before an alpha should ever be released to a public at a charge, right? So I've seen alphas come out and then you can get in on the alpha for $5-10. The game when it releases is going to be $60. I'm more okay with that. Because then it's almost like they're crowdsourcing some funding to help them, potentially get through.
It kind of helps them steer the development of the game too.
Right.
Because if they're only taking feedback.
Exactly. They get to understand and see what happened and things like that. But yeah, so I'm almost okay with that, but I don't know.
And I think Grounded, to me, Grounded kind of gets a pass for the most part because it is on Game Pass.
Right.
So it's not like I went out, I bought the $40 game or $60 game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep updating it. It's
for sure.
I already have the subscription, so I grabbed it.
Sure. Let's see. Hot Rod. No, I don't remember Tug. What was Tug? You remember Tug?
I do not.
I don't remember Tug. Do not remember Tug. I hope you tell me though it's a boat game where you're a tugboat. That'd be awesome.
As long as you don't have to jump from tugboat to tugboat.
Right. So Among Us with 15 players. Okay. I played Among Us with a group of people that I consider friends. There was 8 of us. Yeah, Tug of War. Yeah, nice. That's a good one too. It was chaos. It was pure madness with like 8 of us. I can't imagine 15 like that. That would be pure insanity.
You figure it's what, new map and 3 killers.
Yeah, right. So and that's kind of cool. But man, you're gonna lose some friends over that game. That's it is fun though. It's a good time. Early access promised to be next Minecraft. No, yeah, and they get you because in the fine print is, oh, by the way, we might not finish this game, so Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I almost don't pre-order anymore. And, you know, I can't think of the last game that I pre-ordered, especially in this digital age. There's no need to.
I've done the pre-orders, like for instance on my Final Fantasy remake, Final Fantasy VII remake, because I bought the physical and I
Yeah,
wanted.
sure,
If I
sure.
want a special edition
Yeah,
of it,
special
I'll
editions.
pre-order.
Yeah, yeah,
Other than that, yeah,
yeah,
I'm the same.
yeah. And early access, if it's a game that I'm hyped about, I'll get into early access. Other than that, dude, I've had some full release games burn me and think that,
Yeah,
gosh, I don't even want to. I don't even want to deal with that, you know. And then now you're talking early access. I guess at least you go into early access with that knowledge, so it's not as bad. But yeah, the Untitled game. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
wow.
Let's see, The Ascent. I don't know anything about The Ascent. I
Can't
remember
remember
The
that one
Ascent.
from it.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that one.
I,
But yeah,
yeah, I remember that one from the show.
yeah, I can't visualize it. Xbox did well. I enjoyed the Xbox presentation. I enjoyed the way they put it on. For a presentation where you're not going to have a live audience, they did a really good job. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that they still tried to make it part of E3. You know, like they really tried to give you that sense of, you know, things are getting back to normal and stuff. You know, that's nice, but still not the same. But I did enjoy what Xbox brought out. They're doing great things with Game Pass. They're doing awesome things with cross-platform. So I'm excited for the next year, and in some cases 2 years, because you know they want to give us games like 2 years early. But I'm excited for the games that are coming out. I think they've got a good blend of traditional IPs and new IPs, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Square Enix, this is your field, my man. I am
Right.
I am not a Square guy, so I'm excited.
So their big thing that they came out with, down the Marvel path, it's now Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
It looked fun. It
Sure.
looked fun. I'll give it that. It looked fun. It's one of those. It's right in the vein with, I would say, with the other Avengers game
Right.
that they have.
Right.
And in the same regard to that, you were mentioning earlier with Jack Sparrow not being Johnny Depp,
Right.
it kind of throws you off.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to the MCU that the game versions are technically different versions of those heroes.
Right.
So they're not the actors.
Sure.
They're comic book versions.
Yep.
So yes, you don't get this. Some of them you don't even get sound alikes because they went a different direction.
Yeah. And that's funny kind of semi-related. My buddy that owns the barcade here, he just got a Guardians of the Galaxy pinball, a Stern pinball, so one of the newer production ones. Beautiful pinball machine, so much fun to play. Stern pinballs they're awesome. They're so good. It's all the lines from the movie. It's video from the movie that plays on the display as you're playing, and you unlock different things as you're on the field, voiced over with different voices, different actors' voices and actresses' voices. So it's the movie, it's the movie's lines, it's everything with different voices. Man, I haven't had anything bother me like that in so long. Like I'm like, that's not Chris Pratt's voice. Like, whose voice is that? What is happening right now?
And I would say that's the one. You know what? It's probably the same voice actors.
Yeah, right. I wonder, because it's close, but it's not close enough. Like it's just off. It's so weird. So weird.
So if you know what the original actor sounds like, you're gonna be like, "That's not him."
Right.
You don't even hesitate. You're just like, "That's not the guy."
Yeah, 100%.
It looks like it'll be a fun action game.
Yeah.
Then they did Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin.
Wow.
It is. I wouldn't call it a sequel. I guess it's not meant to be a sequel to the original Final Fantasy, but it takes place with some same characters and same setting as Final Fantasy 1.
Oh, wow.
And it's a action-based game, kind of like Neo.
Interesting.
If you've ever played Neo.
Interesting. I've seen it, never played it.
Okay. But yeah, basically Final Fantasy meets Neo.
Wow.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I like Neo. I like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what's gonna make some of those original Final Fantasy settings work a little better, because I don't feel that they definitely weren't up to the story caliber that they got to in 7, 8, 9,
exactly
10, you know.
Exactly. Going back to the story content, RPGs have to have a story that draws me in, especially turn-based, the old school style of it, you know, because it can drag on. And the original Final Fantasies, I've got them for Super Nintendo. I've played through them, but I did not care about anything but beating the game. Like I was not invested at all into the story. But so yeah, that could be kind of cool to, especially if this takes off. Well, then maybe they can continue the universe, and then maybe do, because the series kind of breaks up, like, right? Like it doesn't go in the chronological order, or, you know, I've heard Final Fantasy people tell me like 4 is really 3, or
Yes.
Yeah.
And they actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over in Japan.
Right.
But for us, for us, our Final Fantasy 3 is Japan's Final Fantasy 6.
Right.
See, Mystic Quest is 4 or 5. There's definitely some juggling that was done.
Sure.
Which is weird. Which is really weird that they did that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But they also don't really connect, except for they take place in a fantasy world, not even the same world.
Sure.
There might be passing references at the most.
Right. Yeah, even the later ones didn't really connect, right? Like they didn't really, you know,
until they went like 10 and 10-2.
Yeah.
And then 13-2, you know.
Sure.
Made direct sequels. But
I could see this as being a way to maybe revitalize the series. You know, maybe this is their step in that direction. Because sometimes I find myself looking at games and saying, like I always say, do we need that? Like, why? Like, what's the really, you know? And so maybe this is a way for them to actually give the what they developed later in the Final Fantasy genre to the early games, you know, and tell the stories that I'm sure that the people that they worked with, what they had at the time, the technology that was available and things, and you can only scroll text so long of a story before people aren't reading anymore. So maybe they want to go back and tell the story because they feel like it was a really great story, and that could be interesting to me. That could be kind of neat. So kind of cool.
Yep. They showed more of the Avengers Black Panther update that is going to be free for, you know, that new Avengers game. I have not played it yet.
Oh, right.
Have you played Avengers yet?
No, I have not. I have it. I still haven't played it yet. Yeah, but it looks great, but yeah.
It's not a whole lot to say about that. I mean, it's expansion that's coming for it.
Right.
It is free, so I'll give them that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
So it's a free update. They showed Life is Strange True Colors. They showed some more footage of that, of the sequel.
Nice.
And they announced the remastered collection. So of the original Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Wow.
So that's kind of nice, because I actually missed out on Life is Strange. Originally. Yeah. I went back to try to play the first one, and I started playing a little bit of it. Once again, too many games, too little time. Always the problem.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the remaster collection. They showed, you know, where they put the original and then they wipe across and show you what the remastered looks like, and it actually looks nice.
Right.
We were with style, how do they remaster that? It looks like they actually just reworked the resolution, the lighting, the shadows, the shading, all like texture pack, all that stuff. So it does look nicer. Like it looks like they polished some of the artwork a little bit too, as far as like the way some stuff's drawn. So I'm looking forward to the remaster collection. So I actually am now not going to play any more of the original that I have already.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pick up the remastered.
Sure. Sure.
You got this one. There's a lot of people who are upset about Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster.
Right.
It is Final Fantasy, and we were talking about that just a few minutes ago. Final Fantasy 1 through 6.
Oh, wow.
Pixel-based ones, not polygon ones.
Right.
You know, but
right.
Pixel-based.
Wow.
Graphically remastered.
Sure.
Up-resed, you know, upscaled, so that way when you're playing on a modern display and such, it just looks nicer.
Right.
I guess some quality of life changes as well, as far as the way menus work and stuff. The kicker is it's going to be on Steam and then only mobile.
Mobile. Interesting.
They left the consoles out to dry.
Wow. That's interesting.
And a lot of people are upset. And I actually would say I would probably have picked that up if it came out on the Switch.
Right. Right. Sure.
But because to have it handheld, you know, that's probably how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yep.
Dude,
no Xbox,
yeah,
PlayStation,
right,
Nintendo Switch.
Wow. So yeah, Hot Rod. So there you go. So like, here's a game where, you know, if it's 1 through 6, I assume translated, you know, remaster, gonna look great, everything. I still don't know if I can get behind the turn-based gameplay of it. Like it would be neat to go back and play them again, but I don't know if I could. And I did. You brought up a good one, Dragoons, one I haven't thought about in a long time. But yeah, doing the button combos to keep the combo or extend an attack or something, yeah, that was really good. I think that was the beginning of how we have turn-based RPGs today. I think that was the beginning of the. Well, I guess it's not even turn-based anymore. Like it's more just. I don't guess it's live action, but it's like it's still turn-based, I guess, but it's faster. Yeah, it feels like
it's a little more
interactive, I guess. Yeah,
interactive to where you have cooldown for your attacks,
right?
But if you don't attack when your cooldown goes, the enemy doesn't wait for you, so the enemy could still attack. When their cooldown hits,
right?
So it is more you have to be ready to hit in the moment.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you know, and that's true. Hot Rod, are they gonna re-release Mega Man 118,000 times? Like, hey, you know, it's like let's do this with Final Fantasy. You know, it's working right now. So
yep, you're right. RD3,
mobile and Steam.
You're right. RD3, Blizzard's Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, you're right. Interesting.
So mobile and Steam.
Wow.
Because with those old JRPGs like that too, like you said, with the battling, it's basically you just set all this character, attack this, attack this, attack this.
You go here, you go here, and then you sit back and watch. Yeah. Right.
Yep. And to me, if I had that on the Switch, I'd probably have something on TV and just sit there, set up my attacks, you know, let it go, and you know, half paying attention to the game, half watching the show.
Right.
An option,
but
I mean, I know mobile kind of going for that.
Yeah, sure, I could see it, but I'm not going to sit at my PC and play Final Fantasy when there's, like we've talked about, a billion other games I haven't played yet. You know, like I don't know. That's not flowing at all.
They showed Legend of Mana, so another entry into the Mana series.
Oh, okay. Is this a new game or
I'm not super versed in the Mana series, but I think Legend of Mana is new.
Awesome.
Or at least new to the US.
Right. Interesting. Interesting.
No. I take that back. It's actually a remaster of a PlayStation game from '99.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember a Legend of Mana game, but I didn't know if it was the same.
So okay, so what it was is because they did the Mana trilogy. They did the remaster of. Then they did I'm sorry. Yeah, they did the trilogy. Then they did a remake of Trials of Mana, and then now this is the sequel to that.
Oh
So this is the
yeah.
fourth game
Okay.
in the
Okay.
series.
Gotcha.
I had to look it up just to be clear on that.
Yeah. No,
But
that's good. Yeah,
so
RD3. That's. I'll be honest with you. I think the release of the mini consoles. I think with the way they took off and did really well. I think, I think this is here to stay for a while. I don't know if it's lack of creativity. I think it's very much budget. I think they can take a couple of kids out of college and throw them down in front of old code and say, cool, translate, bring it up to speed, rebuild in this engine, and and then have like their main team doing other things. So yeah, it's kind of interesting for sure.
Yep. And that brings us to Nintendo.
Yeah, so Square Enix was kind of small. So yeah, I guess they didn't really bring a lot out, huh? That was I didn't catch theirs, so
yeah, during their show they spent the most time on Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they actually had a lot of gameplay that they showed.
Right. Oh,
like they
cool.
had the trailer, cut together and stuff, but then
nice.
A lot of actual I imagine where if it was actually in a theater, it was somebody sitting there playing. How they always do that.
Yeah.
And you're just watching on the screen.
Oh yeah.
That's what it would have been.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah,
so they did an actual E3 presentation. That's crazy.
pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so actual E3 one.
It's crazy.
But then we got Nintendo with their Direct.
Good old Nintendo.
I live streamed this one.
When
it was on, so we gave that a watch.
Very cool.
Yeah. It was a solid show too, like Xbox, I would say, in my opinion.
Nice.
Once again, no Switch Pro.
Yeah.
My expectations. I really hoped and wished for one.
Yeah.
But
why? Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Thoughts on that? Why would, in the reality of it all, why would Nintendo say, here's some new hardware when their hardware is selling just fine?
Yeah, exactly. And I really think we're gonna see Switch Pro with Breath of the Wild 2. I think that's gonna be a really good time for updated hardware. A beautiful game. I could just imagine a Switch that looks like a Sheikah Slate, I could see it, right? Marketing magic, right?
They do love branding their designs to like whatever game's big.
Yeah. So I could see that. But yeah, I was with you. Not really surprised on it.
Yeah. But yeah, but they did show Breath of the Wild too.
They showed a little bit. A little bit. And
I'm excited.
For sure, 100%. Especially it literally rekindled my want to go get back into Breath of the Wild. But again, it's a long ways out, and we got like a little morsel, and it's like, come on, guys. I will say for Nintendo, they do these once a month. They do their Nintendo releases, or
a quarter, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, their general directs seem to be per quarter.
Okay.
They'll do like a special one that's like Pokemon only or Smash only.
Okay.
But the one that encompasses everything, I'd say about a quarter.
Sure. And
I could be wrong.
So I mean, I was gonna say if they're going to be giving us updates, like that would be kind of cool. But just to give us what they gave us, I was a little disappointed on. I'll be honest, I I was kind of disappointed from all of their release. I wasn't a big fan of what Nintendo brought out. I was kind of
Really?
yeah, I was kind of bummed. I thought that we would get more. Thought we would get more in the realm of specifically Breath of the Wild. I thought it would be further along. Switch Pro, I did think something. Well, we'll get to Metroid, but I was kind of was a little like really like, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. So they opened with their announcement of Kazuya.
Yeah.
Coming to Smash Brothers.
And that was a cool opening. That was a cool opening.
And at first, it clearly they were going for Breath of the Wild 2 tease to kind of nudge you and be like, "Oh, look, it's Ganondorf."
Yeah.
And then he gets to the mountain, and you're like, "Oh, it's Kazuya. Okay, this is Tekken."
Wait, what? yeah. Yep.
Because at first they're like, it makes you kind of think, "Oh, Breath of the Wild."
Yeah. But, like, oh, here we go. Yep. And then they teased you. They trolled us all. It was good. Yeah.
So though, I enjoyed Kazuya throwing character after character after character off the cliff.
Pretty funny. And then Kirby, yeah,
he floats
away. Just kept, that was good.
Drops him like a palmed basketball.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yep. Metroid Dread. I'm excited for Metroid Dread.
So I'm not excited for Metroid Dread. I love Metroid games. They're cool. They're a lot of fun. I think it's the Metroid that we weren't looking for. I think
I know everyone wanted Prime.
I think Prime was the I don't want to say obvious choice. I would commit more to that, but a lot of people didn't like that play style. So like I said, I'll play it. I love Metroid games.
I enjoyed. I only played the first 2 Primes. I never played Prime 3. But I gotta say, I think I'm more excited for now when they showed Dread.
Yeah,
I like the 2D side scroller.
Yeah, side scroller. Yeah. No, going back to its roots. I like it. Doom Slayer getting into Smash, that'd be interesting. Boy, that'd be something. Holy cow. Little OP. There's another title that I didn't play a lot of. I didn't play a lot of Smash. I played Melee on GameCube, was probably the one I played the most, but I didn't play a ton of it.
Yeah. I've Smash Ultimate, and it's like I play it sparingly, I guess you would say.
Sure.
When I first got it, I played the heck out of it. In trying to unlock as much stuff as I could, but never, ever once took it online.
Yeah.
I've never taken it online.
Yeah.
Because I have no interest in getting my butt kicked by someone who has
right. Yep.
A year's worth of experience.
Yep. I go to these Smash tournaments locally, man, and man, these guys, and I say guys, like most of them are much younger than me. Man, it's just pop. Thanks for coming out. Like it's like holy crap, man! I didn't even know what was going on.
That's one game. One game series I would like to have seen. I know they said they weren't doing F-Zero because until they came up with a good plan for F-Zero,
right?
But I'd love to have seen a tease of F-Zero.
Yeah, and Star Fox too. Yeah,
Star Fox.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mario Party Superstars. So this should have just been DLC.
Yeah.
Been DLC for the existing Mario Party.
Yeah, for real. 100%.
Especially since I believe it only contains 5 of the boards.
Yeah.
From the N64 era.
Right. Yeah, definitely DLC.
This should have been DLC. I don't know. Am I going to get it? Probably.
Yeah.
Because me and the family enjoy our Mario Party.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun to play. Fired up with the kids. Yeah, it's not bad, but I'm with you.
I would have gladly paid like the $30 or $40 like how a Smash pack costs to get that for Mario Party.
Sure.
And they'll be able to keep it as one game.
Right. Yeah.
Mario Party didn't come out that long ago.
Nope, not at all.
But yep, so Superstars, yeah, you got the N64 tables. It's not pinball.
Right.
The N64
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Nintendo announced the Zelda Game & Watch.
Zelda Game & Watch. So there's something I am quite excited for. A little portable Legend of Zelda is kind of cool. Like, that's pretty neat. Yeah, pretty neat.
As pre-orders go.
Yeah, if you can get one before the scalpers do. So
because since they opened pre-orders that day, I'm like, pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Now, I'm happy too, the fact that it's Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, and the Game Boy version of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And of course, what is it? Vermin, the Game & Watch game with Link.
Right. But
yeah, I mean, that actually that actually made me go back, and that's why at the beginning when we were talking about it, I went and bought the Mario one because I didn't have it yet. I'm like, well, now that they're going to do this, I'm going to have to start the collection.
Oh yeah, yep, for sure. Right. It's the Zelda one's going to be cool. I'll definitely be. Yeah, and our children are gonna want one, I'm sure too, for sure.
Yep. Let's see what else we got. We got new WarioWare. WarioWare Get It Together.
And so you ready for my unpopular opinion?
You don't like WarioWare?
I don't like the mini game. I don't know. It's not my thing. Yeah, not really my flow. I
played the heck out of WarioWare on the GBA and on the DS.
No kidding. Like, that's awesome.
Because there's so much to it. Like, that's unlock. It wasn't like after I unlocked everything, I almost never touched the game again.
Sure.
But the completionist in me is like, oh, I've got to figure out what this is still not open.
Oh yeah, yep.
And that's what kept me going.
Definitely a game for achievement hunters, completionists. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And this one looks like it's be interesting. This will be the first 2-player WarioWare.
Yeah, could be interesting.
And not to mention the first WarioWare where you control a character to do the tasks. So like, I'm excited for more WarioWare, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the WarioWare I want.
Yeah, sure.
Part of me almost wants or at least what I think I want is the more simplified, where it's just the quick button presses or the touchscreen or something to that nature.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it is with the characters.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Switch is getting Guardians of the Galaxy. That was announced.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a cloud version. So like they did with Hitman and Control.
Yeah.
They're cloud-based.
Wow. Interesting.
So it seems like Nintendo is actually embracing this whole cloud processing.
Sure.
Which could be very interesting for the future of handhelds.
Yeah.
Because they can just put just enough horsepower in there.
Yeah. Nobody wants to carry around a hard drive, you know? So it's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, we've seen what cloud gaming can do as far as pulling off performance and such. Theoretically, if Nintendo wanted to and CD Projekt Red wanted to, they could be like, here's Cyberpunk.
That's true. That is true.
Cloud.
Yep. That's true.
And it could theoretically be a superior version to the console version.
I don't think that's theoretically. I think that's probably a fact. It's a guarantee.
even compared to PS5 or Xbox Series X.
Sure.
Because they can have in the cloud processing what is the full blast high end, short of the resolution.
Right.
All the bells and whistles of the PC version.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It pushed.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hope that
Stream
kind of takes
machines.
back.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean, that being the case, it's like that could actually be where Nintendo starts competing again with current gen stuff.
Right.
They're like, oh yeah, here it's this little lightweight handheld, but here's this AAA title
Yeah.
pushing all this quality.
Right. And you can play it anywhere on the planet. You can throw your console in your backpack and take it anywhere with you, you know? And yeah, you're right, Hot Rod. Like Wii U games they haven't really, they didn't really get there. But man, the Switch is killing it, especially with some of these. I haven't tried Control on the Switch. I wonder how that does. Latency issues,
I played the cloud demo of Control. It to be honest, what it really feels like playing is it feels like how when we do the Steam game share.
Oh, right.
So where I didn't feel, I mean, it did not feel laggy control wise.
Sure.
Control pun, no pun intended. It did not feel laggy,
Right.
but it did the thing where when stuff got super busy on screen, you could see the bit rate a tiny bit take its toll.
Right.
Because it's only 720p. Well, I was playing handheld, so because that I was only seeing 720p, it didn't really take that much of a hit. So I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, it there's definitely potential to be had there.
Interesting.
But yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy, that'll make its way there.
Nice.
Advance Wars for those strategy game players.
Yeah.
They're bringing 1 and 2 in reboot camp. So the GBA Advance Wars is coming up.
Cool. That's cool.
Yep. I don't have much to say about that. I'm not an Advance Wars or an RTS person.
Yeah, same here.
Mario plus Rabbids, we already talked about that at the Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Same with Life is Strange at the Square Enix. Life is Strange is coming to the Switch, which is where I plan on buying the collection.
Sure.
And actually put some time to it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they also showed more of Mario Golf, which is coming out on the 25th, I think.
Yeah, a couple days.
The interesting thing with that, now I wonder if they're going to stick to this way. Unlike Smash, they say it's going to get free updates, which includes courses and characters.
Wow. That's pretty good.
I hope that's it.
Right. It stays true to that. Mario Golf games have always been good. All the Mario sports games, tennis, golf, they've always been pretty good. You know, always well done, fun to play.
Oh yeah.
I take it to like the sort of the modern day, like Hot Shots Golf back in the day was fun. It was a good time.
I love Hot Shots.
Yep, so good, good. Not too crazy complicated. You could just sit down and play a fun game of golf. And Mario Golf is like that, so that's cool.
Cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one. They announced these next couple aren't really my style, and I don't know if they're yours, so I don't really know a whole lot about them. They announced a new Fatal Frame game, Maiden of Blackwater.
Yeah, that's what's funny is as soon as they announced that, I sold I had a PlayStation 2 copy of 1, 2, and 3 on eBay, and man, I sold them quick and sold them for high too. So every time a new game like that comes out, because that I think wasn't Maiden of Blackwater on the Wii U, I think, or was it not? Maybe I'm mistaken.
See, I don't know the Fatal Frame games.
Yeah, I thought it was on the Wii U. Maybe not. I could be wrong. But yeah, so no, when they came out, the horror genre doesn't really. I don't really get into it too much. But the Fatal Frame games on PS2 were pretty good, pretty solid. Good jump scares. So could be interesting.
I might have to check those out.
Yeah. It's pretty good. They're pretty solid.
Yeah, horror games from back in those eras. For me, it was pretty much Resident Evil, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And that was about the extent of my.
Yeah, they felt that way. It was a voyeur type. You photographed. Just like it's good. It's not a bad one to check out. Yeah, but there's some moments, heart palpitations. Yeah.
Let's see. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Not a Dragon Ball Z guy. So
yeah,
yeah,
I wish I was a Dragon Ball Z fan, because there's clearly a lot of games out there for it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fighting games for me, I always like Street Fighter. Street Fighter was my go-to since like Street Fighter 2. Yeah, I always loved Street Fighter all the way through Alpha, and yeah. So.
Yeah. Now this one I'm excited for.
This
Super Monkey Ball, Banana Mania.
Super Monkey Ball. I got a guy, buddy of mine that works at a game store. He is a Super Monkey Ball just guru, Jedi Master, whatever. That game pisses me off, man. Like, oh man, I am awful at that friggin' game, and it's like I don't care which version you throw in, I'm like woo woo, and I'm dead. You know, it's like so I'm like, that game. But they are quite fun to pick up and just play. It's the old marble puzzles and stuff. It's the same concept. And I do look forward to. So, is there a Super Monkey Ball right now on the Switch?
There is.
Okay, so that control scheme, does it just use the tilt and everything?
I think you can use the motion, like the motion control, or the analog stick. You can choose.
Cool. Because I could see that would get tough. You're kind of doing that and you bump into something or something. It just yeah. But no, that's neat. Yeah, a lot of people are into some Super Monkey Ball. My daughters love it. They're huge fans.
We always had so much fun back on the GameCube era with the mini games.
Yeah.
Because like Super Monkey Ball, like the bowling and other mini games.
Oh yeah.
I think we played the mini games more than we played the actual puzzles.
Right. That's funny. Yeah. That's funny.
Yep. Let's see. Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of that line.
Yeah, I never played them.
I like the spin-off. I like Persona.
Oh, right.
I enjoy the Persona games.
Right.
But the original Shin Megami Tensei,
I never got into them.
Yeah, I can't say I haven't really gone into it. I don't dislike. Sure. I just never got into them.
Right. The Persona games, I could probably get into those. They're stupid expensive now. It's really tough to get into something that's that pricey. But
yeah, it's nice that I think you could get 3, 4, and 5, 3 and 4. I think you could get on Steam. 5 is PlayStation exclusive, and then 1 and 2 only the retro.
Right.
I don't think those were ever re-released.
No, I don't think so either.
So it's still fragmented as far as where you could play them all.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, so new Shin Megami Tensei.
Right.
So, another game I never really got into, Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah, same here. Never got into the Monster Hunter series.
Yeah. And it's just one of those, just never caught my interest.
Yeah.
Let's see. Switch is also advertising Just Dance 2022 coming to their console, and we kind of figured that was going to happen.
Sure.
They're definitely hitting a lot of these niche titles though, because Danganronpa is another one.
Yeah.
Another series I have zero experience with.
Right.
But it is Danganronpa Decadence, which is a collection of, I believe it's the first 4 games.
Wow.
Coming to Switch. So I guess if there's a time to ever try playing.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
There's your way into the series.
Create a whole new fan base. Yep.
And then this one I'm actually kind of excited about playing.
Yeah.
Even though it came out on the other consoles prior. Sure. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Play that on the go on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
And surprise one, I did not expect to actually see this.
Yeah.
New cruising game.
Yeah, new cruising game. That'll be cool.
Yeah, so Cruising Blast.
Yeah, Cruising Blast. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That kind of makes me like, okay, please let Cruise and Blast do well.
Right.
Because
right.
I want an actual arcade port of USA.
Yeah, you're right.
Not the N64 one.
No,
I want the arcade USA.
Yeah, arcade Cruising USA. Yes, for sure. Yeah. Yep. I'm with you.
Heck, make a Cruising All Stars.
Yeah.
Give us USA, World, and Exotica.
Yep. That would be sweet. Oh man. Yeah, that's like a no-brainer.
Price for that.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. That's
especially if they're
$50 game,
especially the arcade ones.
Yeah, for sure. If it was true ports, that'd be really neat. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, to me, I think it's. I think Nintendo they brought a lot of stuff.
They did come out. They did come out. Obviously better than Sony, right? You know, so I mean, hey, you know, I guess it goes back to. It was funny. Me and Bagoon were talking about it right after Nintendo's, and he was like, "Man, some pretty good stuff." And I was like, "I don't know, man. I walked away kind of disappointed. Like, I was hoping for more Breath of the Wild 2. There were some teasers on Metroid, so I didn't think it was going to be another Metroid. However, I could get behind a 2D side scroll Metroid. That's cool. Mario Party, yeah, I'm with you. Kind of meh. The Zelda, I feel like they're not hyping Zelda like they hyped Mario.
That's where part of me is wondering, are we going to have another announcement at some future direct?
Sure.
We're only halfway through the year.
That's true. And so I could see maybe they want to pace themselves to something like that. So I could see something like that.
Yeah, because for Zelda being 35, you figure, so Zelda Game & Watch, and Skyward Sword remake.
Yeah,
that's kind of it.
Yeah, and the Game Watch is cool. Like, I'm totally snatching one, but I don't know, Just a Game Nerd. I don't know. I think Zelda's always gonna be there. I mean, I feel like that there's a lot of people that don't like Mario that enjoy Zelda games, you know, and they've had some stumbles along the way, but Breath of the Wild, I think, was amazing. Like, I think it you know, even on the Wii U, it played so well, you know, and so I'm surprised it's taking them so long to. I'm surprised it takes them so long. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's like you don't hate Mario per se, but you prefer the play style of Zelda and the puzzle solving and the, you know, I think that's my biggest thing with Zelda coming out. I really thought that we'd get more Breath of the Wild. The anniversary's coming up. Like, there's just so many good things there to put together and to run with, and I don't know, I didn't get it. So I guess that's where my level of kind of like, could have been better, but yeah, no, they did come strong though.
You figure with Mario too, it's like, yeah, so you had the Game & Watch, you had Mario 35,
right, which if Nintendo's in chat, bring that back, please. That was awesome.
Yeah. You had the Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess in a way, so that's the bring back of Mario, whereas Skyward Sword is the bring back of Zelda.
Sure.
But I don't know. Part of me, I mean, they're not my favorite Zeldas, but part of me would have almost accepted better if they were like, here's Zelda 64 and or Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remastered.
Yeah,
because as a remaster,
at least
because
something.
Skyward Sword wasn't that old.
No, it definitely didn't need an update for sure.
I know on the 3DS they did those two. They did the 3D remaster of them.
Yeah,
but you're still on that super low resolution screen.
It's not hard to. Yeah, it's no, Hot Rod. There was I don't remember anything about Pokemon. I don't remember a blip about was there anything?
No, nothing. Nothing Pokemon.
Not a single thing Pokemon, and that's another, you know, part of their genre.
That was where with Nintendo and their other directs, they usually keep like a Pokemon centric, like they do a direct just for
Sure.
Pokemon stuff.
Sure. So yeah, I guess I can see that, but yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I think the winner, if there's a winner of E3, I think it's Xbox. I think Xbox Bethesda came really strong. And I say that even knowing that I'm a little biased because I was pretty hyped for Xbox. I was pretty hyped for they came with the most you know, continuations of IPs, reboots of IPs, and new IPs. You know, they gave us you know, a little bit of everything, whereas some were reboots, some were continuations. Nintendo did too. You know, Super Monkey Ball is a big IP. Metroid, obviously. Zelda, technically, they did show us a little more Breath of the Wild, so
yeah,
because I mean that.
Yeah, because I mean, putting the marks down on the list. Yeah, you got Breath of the Wild. They showed Metroid, a new Mario Party, a new WarioWare, where was I looking? The Super Monkey Ball.
Yep.
And I mean, Cruisin' Blast isn't like the big.
Yeah, Cruisin'.
To me, I'm excited for
really
that.
Cool.
Though.
Yeah, Cruisin' was really cool. Yeah, and yeah, you're right. RD3, they do it in all of them. Yeah, just a game nerd. So it's funny because I'm playing through Breath of the Wild now. I'm trying to finish it for the first time actually, because it took a long sabbatical on it. But you know, but yeah, you could. There is so much just moving around, and Stanima was such a puzzle to figure out in itself. Like, so frustrating to be halfway up this mountain you got to get to, and then it starts raining. Like I've
oh my
wanted
gosh,
to throw a controller like so many times. I'm just like, I can't believe this just happened. And
yeah,
but it's you're right though. There's definitely a lot of space. I could have seen them so. I think this was their first dip into open world Zelda. Yeah, I know. I need to get the climbing set. I still don't have it yet. So it's I know. I finished 2 of the Divine Beasts. So I was basically a Ganon on the Wii U and then restarted on the Switch. I wanted to beat it on Switch. I didn't want to beat it on Wii U. So I basically started over. But yeah, I see I don't know. Open world Zelda is awesome, right? I would like to see open world Zelda that grows throughout time, where areas open up or more things are added, or you know, you have a flood that changes Hyrule, or you know, like you could do that, and you could take a Zelda and turn it into the style or like a Destiny or something that sort of grows and expands over the course of years, you know? And then 3 years, gosh, it's been how many years since Breath of the Wild came out? 4 or 5?
Live, I think.
Yeah.
How old? I mean, because it was a launch title for the Switch.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it's like you could do a lot with that. So maybe that's the next one we're getting, you know.
4 years.
4
March
years.
3rd of 2017.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm with you there too, Hot Rod. If I have to find another star fragment, I'm gonna choke somebody. Like it's insane. I swear to God. And I get like right over the peak, then it's right there, and the sun comes up and it's gone, and I've lost it, and I'm very upset. Yeah, it's so. I will say I am biased for sure. Yeah, and the I did not like the weapons. It felt like the weapons were destroyed and so quickly. It was awful.
Yeah, you kind of to ease that pain, you have to cheese it with your amiibo NFC tags.
Yep.
And you shouldn't have to do that to take a burden off a game.
Yep. That's what I do. That's how I start playing every day. As I go through like 20 ripped off perfect amiibos. and just scan them all in, so there and collect everything. But
Yep.
yeah, it's the crafting element for like the food and the bomb everything, right? All that was kind of cool. It was good. I enjoyed that, but yeah.
And it looks like the new one of your new abilities is going to be time rewind.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Yeah, it could be interesting. I think everybody. Yeah, I do the same thing. I'm just bomb. I think everyone's caught up on his hair. His hair looks flowing and awesome as he's floating there. So it's like I can't wait to see the hair. It's gonna be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild, the hair physics.
Yeah, right. It'd be amazing. But yeah, no, I think I definitely think that I don't know. I am biased towards Xbox. Xbox Bethesda, that's a behemoth, man. Like all those games that are coming to Game Pass. I mean, you're literally gonna have over the next year and a half, you're gonna have 30, AAA titles that you can just play from day one. Like, I mean, it's just insane. It's awesome. And some of the games looked really cool too. So I'm excited. E3 and all, I guess. For me, E3 was like I said, I'm ready to get back to in person normal. Just pet the dogs, Nintendo. That's funny. That's good. I don't know, man. Let me just walk up. Let me just do the thing. I don't know. I'm ready for E3 to get back to normal. I'm ready for everything to get back to normal, I guess, but not disappointed per se, just I miss the days of old, I guess. Oh.
Yeah. And I think some of this I think some of this too, like with game announcements and everything, is just it's getting so oversaturated with so many games now that there aren't it's very hard for like some good standouts to really take your attention.
Sure.
Like there's so much stuff, and like we were saying earlier too, they announced 2-3 years before they even are ready to show you the real game.
Right. Yep.
So then you start getting expectations, and it kind of becomes when you finally see it, because it'll never going to be exactly what you hope.
Exactly. Yeah. It'll never live up to it ever for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if E3, I mean, to get back into person to where you can actually go to and play the games and try the new stuff and everything, I think that'll be nice, when things start returning to normal. But at the same time, I also think dissolving E3 wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing either, because then hopefully there wouldn't be a need to let show all the stuff just because there's a big show. We got to come up with stuff to show.
Right.
And, show you things that are 2 years, 3 years out. There's no need, I wouldn't think they would feel as necessary that they have to come up with something.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, it's definitely become this culture of, I don't know. It's like everything. They got to be there. The news has got to be up to date. And then sometimes you just wait. Sometimes let's just get it right. Let's take our time. Don't wreck it. Don't wreck it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the internet age too.
Yeah.
You think about it. It's like, because back in the day when it was, the article in the new game magazine is talking about this game that's going to come out.
Right.
Like that was awesome, because that was the only place that you actually got to see what was coming.
Sure.
And then came the times where then it was on G4, watch on XPlay.
Yep.
And they would go to the conventions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then now it's like internet outlets. It's just, I don't know. They trickle out the little fragments of information as soon as they come up with it, and I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it cheapens it.
It does.
It feels like it cheapens it.
It does for sure. Yep. It really does. Cause I knew a guy in Maryland. It's funny. It's Bagoon's brother actually. And he would never watch movie trailers. He would intentionally
have a friend like that.
Never watch movie trailers because he's like, it wrecks it. It ruins the movie. And I'd say it kind of goes back into what I say about books. I tell people books ruin movies, and I get a strange look, but it's the same thing. Like you're never going to see on screen what your imagination paints for you through a great book. And yeah.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I hope once we get back to things, people remember to get back to the more of the roots of being excited about a game, waiting for a game, and game producers waiting to put the games out too. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
hopefully,
yeah,
so.
it's more. They're driven by the sales more than they are
Right.
And it's not that their games wouldn't sell still,
Sure.
but like they just feel the need to market stuff that's not ready to be brought to market yet.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're selling themselves way too far ahead.
For sure. Yeah, it's getting out of control.
But yep, so yeah, that was E3 though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some good stuff, and there's definitely some good stuff coming this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for Forza. I think out of every game, that's the game I'm excited for.
Forza, I'm very excited for Forza. Very excited for Forza.
Especially because it's realistically less than 6 months away.
Yeah, and I think of everything. Scrolling back through, Back 4 Blood gonna be cool. That's gonna be a great one. I am intrigued by that Redfall. Looks kind of cool. Halo, that's another Halo. Somerville looks interesting. Don't really have a release date.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, I'm with you. Forza, yeah, I'm excited for Forza. It's a new game to be excited about.
And I gotta say too, for Forza is I don't think Microsoft has ever delayed a Forza game.
Right.
Because they don't show the game.
Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Knock on wood.
All right, everyone. That's UnbreakablePixel.
Yes.
All one word.
Because here's me giving Microsoft all the credit is they don't advertise a Forza game until it's done and it's ready.
Right.
Because I mean, they brought that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, it's coming out in 6 months.
Yeah, right. And I was like, oh crap. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. That would be interesting to see a list of games that were ruined because they were overhyped.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few. There are a few. That would be interesting. That'd be a good list to put together. I've disconnected from the internet too, not looking for spoilers. Usually it's with TV shows and movies, but man, there's sometimes I'm just like, nope. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm actually really glad that I'm glad that Loki is on Wednesdays.
Yep, right.
Watch it.
Right. You can pretty much get it. Yeah, for sure. Like it's completely insane.
Yeah. So that way I can actually look at Twitter the next day.
Oh, Hot Rod.
And not get spoiled. Hot Rod, thank you for those gift subs.
That's awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate that. And thanks for hanging out. Love having you here. Love getting in the conversations with you too, man. Thanks so much. That's great.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I really enjoy I don't know. I think that going back to I didn't see who said it, but I think they probably do put things out early to get an impression of where they're at. But some of the things that they put out, there wasn't enough to get an impression, right? And then the things that they put out that was enough to get an impression, I don't know of a studio that's going to change it that far into development. So I don't know if releasing a game or releasing information about a game so early helps them. I don't think it does. But, you know, again, I'm not in the biz, so I'm speculative.
Yeah, I feel like there's a very tiny window of a time to announce that early.
Right.
As far as what you're prepared and what you have that you're going to show.
Right. For sure.
Because I think too early, and I think you ruin it.
Right.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Like you get the wrong, you'll end up with the wrong reaction.
Yep.
But that's like
that's
you said,
true.
it's like I'm not the game developer.
Maybe they can slow it down. Maybe there's enough time in the cycle at that point, and that's why they strategically do it. But yeah, no, I'm not in that business. I just like to play them and then talk crap about them on the OG VODCAST.
Yes.
Every other Monday at 7 Eastern. Yeah.
Yep. That we do.
That's awesome. But yeah, so that's kind of all I had. You got plans for the week?
To actually stream.
I like it.
I need to stream. I have the need to stream.
Yeah, you gotta get out there, stream. Oh yes, I do remember Mighty Number 9, and it was awful. All right. Awful.
Oh my gosh. and I gotta say that one though. That one didn't disappoint me on delivery. That one disappointed me even when it was still being previewed.
Right. It's like what is happening right now?
as I saw it evolve, I'm just like, no.
Yeah. It's like if they were using the early release of that to get indications, they ignored all indications. So.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, that's good. I'm glad you're back on streaming. That's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta stream. I don't know what I'm playing.
Yep, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't make plans. We don't make plans around here.
Exactly. We're not gonna talk about it ahead of time and hype it up.
Yeah, exactly. We don't do that. No, man. Show up, be amazed. You know, that's it. That's it. We're not gonna let you get this great imaginative picture and then ruin it. So
first thing I got to do though is figure out what's going on with the microphone.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, you have sounded better towards the end, so I will say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some recordings in OBS and see what's going on with it.
Yeah. But
do just local recording and playback.
Right. Hey, it's sounding good on Discord, so definitely
it's got to be an OBS thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hot Rod, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Hot Rod.
And hanging out too. Love having you in chat. Love having people that interact with us. It's better than me just telling Pixel he's wrong all the time. No.
I am wrong a lot. I am wrong a lot.
Right. No. Pixel carried us this week because man, I love the Xbox stuff, but I was weak on the others, so it was good.